So, you're going to have... I didn't put a thing on there yet because I wasn't going to get into that yet. But if you want to put a note somewhere so that when we do that, we can. You automatically start with +1 traffic, which is essentially like tourism or trade from out of your domain, traveling through it, traveling trade. Because coming up from the river, just so you know, in your area, that this is not a very popular one, but it is in fact a trade route to some dwarven communities up here, and they do trade down the river. It's not nearly as popular as the Anoth River. That is highly popular.
Have you ever seen the Spider Baron of Spider Hill? Nah, he's fake. That's just a shtick.
So, Ilaria, Sollyn would possibly offer to buy some of your slaves.
I'm going to buy my slaves?
Okay, now hold on now.
Oh, yeah.
So first off, now here's the thing. Those that were in the settlement, do you guys have that situated yet?
Yeah. Organizing
same
it now.
thing with you, by the way, Laurie. You cannot put them all in the settlement. So, did you leave some not?
What'd you say? You broke up?
You cannot put them all in the settlement. So, did you leave some out?
Yeah, I put 4 and 4. Yeah.
Okay.
My trained people, are they in the settlement?
That's up to you.
Okay.
But at least 2 cannot be.
Yeah.
And I would recommend the warriors not be, because there should probably be... They'll be scavengers, hunters, things like that. And they'll be the ones that are probably out in the wilderness more than anybody else.
Yeah, I'm going to have because I have a unsettled, talented... He's an expert, so it makes more sense for him to be in town. Sure. So I'll put him in town.
So, here's the thing. Anybody that is working an established business or settlement, they were there when you got the barony. All of the unsettled are essentially frontiersmen that came as part of the introductory offer. They essentially gave them some gold or wealth or some type of incentive offer to come help populate this new barony and help kickstart. It's a kickstart campaign. Depending on what their class was, slaves were pretty much given nothing. They were donated. Serfs would have been given like maybe 1 gold piece, and citizens would be given a couple probably. So that's why they're there. So they're new to the area. They have nothing. Very little. They're going to be tents and starting things out. The other places, anybody that's residents there that were there before, they do have some stuff. Just so you know, you won't have to know all this. This is not going to be that detailed, the calculations, but any interactions you do have with them will be coming from this perspective, at least for a while. The ones that were there, they'll have a home, a very simple, very modest home, especially based on their class. But you're going to have to prove yourselves to them. They're going to be a little bit more resentful. People that came here as part of the incentive program, they came here with the previous knowledge that they're going to be under this new baron and stuff, so they accepted it from the start. These new people, essentially, they have somebody new telling them what to do, and so they may be somewhat resentful or just hesitant. So I'm not going to say they're necessarily antagonistic, but they're going to be more hesitant than those who are unsettled, because the unsettled came here with that already planned. Okay. Alrighty. And then, okay. Now, next step. I don't really... Why do I have that? I don't need that, really. None of that. Okay. This is how much money you're going to be making base off each of your people. You only need to do it by groups. That's why I did it by groups. Each settlement and the unsettled total for all the ones that are scattered. But if you want to do it per person, fuck it. If you want to be that detailed, that's up to you. That's what they generate for you. This is generated, I want to make it clear, this is generated in production, depending on what they do. Not necessarily pure coinage value. This has nothing to do with taxes or anything else. This is production. You don't actually necessarily get all this either. It's based on what their job is. But for right now, the biggest question is... oh, wait. One other thing. Before we do that, don't even start with that. That's there. Your mandated labor. You're going to have to decide in your area. First off, what are your rules regarding slaves, serfs, and citizens? Slaves, are you going to keep slaves? Or are you going to liberate them?
Keep slaves.
Okay. Just so I'll let you know, the rules with Illyrial and slavery. They have no mechanism to initiate or officiate slavery. So you cannot legitimize slaves, new slaves inside Illyrial, because they just don't have the offices, they don't keep the records, they don't have anybody that handles that in the government. Second, it is against the law to enslave a native-born Illyrial. Period. You bring an Illyrial slave to Illyrial, and they are going to liberate them because nobody holds a Illyrial slave.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will ensure that none of my slaves are members of Lyrial.
Beyond that they don't get involved. It's kind of like the religion. They just don't get involved. It's just not part of their domain of government. So by default, slaves are afforded... they have 100% free labor. They are 100% free labor. And they are essentially taxed 95% of everything. That's default. Okay. They have no tariffs or tolls because they're essentially owned by the domain, so they travel for free. And they don't produce anything for themselves, so they would have no tariffs. They're going to have no personal exports. So that's the default. Does anybody want to change that with slaves? Essentially,
Yes.
Okay, how do you want to change that with slaves?
I'm not going to just immediately abolish slavery because people will be pissed.
Well, it's your
Basically
domain. It's just your little area, but...
Yeah, I'm going to, move away from slavery and more towards indentured servitude sort of thing.
Okay.
Like, make sure there's a path to get out of slavery. And that, slaves are given a small pittance, even if it's just like, a couple of copper here and there, so that they can buy clothes for themselves if they want to have something somewhat nicer than a fucking potato sack.
Okay, do you want to buy the slaves that you have from the citizens that you have there that own them? Every slave should be owned by a non-slave.
Mm.
Do you want to buy that? Or actually, no. Sorry, these were donated. So any slave you have, you can, if you choose to, immediately turn into a serf. They're yours. They're owned by the domain.
Okay.
So if you wish, you can immediately upgrade them to a serf.
Yeah. So no one owns them there. They were donated?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'm making them serfs. No slavery in my town.
Okay. All right, so you don't have any slaves currently, so you don't have to worry about it. Serfs. Do you... the whole definition of a serf, as anybody that don't realize it, is they are somebody who works essentially for their rent. That's pretty much what it boils down to. They don't have any land of their own. They're living on somebody else's land. They're like sharecroppers, essentially. So they work for their room and board. The question is, how much do you demand of their work? By default, serfs are required to work 75% of their time for free. That is your average serfdom requirement. Now, you have the choice. You can either lower that, or you can change it all entirely to a lower scale pay percentage. It would be below what the average person would get, the average worker. So if a farmer would get 5 silver per day, just on average, and you said serfs are actually employees, they don't have to work for free, but they get paid 50% of what the average person would, then they would get like 2.5 silver per day. So, or they can be free labor, and you can just set how much free time they have. Are they required to work full-time free, or what? So what do you want to do with that, John?
So, if they're free labor, that's money that they're giving to me, right? Essentially, sort of.
Free labor is you have that production value at no cost.
Okay, but if I make them...
If you're willing to make them employees, you're going to have to pay them in counter to the production costs.
Got you. So where's the percentages? I'm trying to understand.
You can set the protection percentage of whatever you want. You set
So,
how much of their time is mandated for living on your land, and then whether that time is free or paid. And if paid, how much? You can set all the variables.
Yeah, let me do some math here. Let's see. There's 7 days a week. 7 times 24. That's 168 hours. Minus 8 times 7. Oh, were you talking workday or total time in a day?
Work days are 6 days a week. So I would do it, per day, though.
I think he means, like, is the 75%, like, 75% of the time in a full day, or 75% of the time in the average work day?
In a full day.
Okay.
No, but it's like a full shift. They're expected to work based on, like, an 8-hour day.
Yeah, I got you. So let's just...
So if you want to force them to work more than 8 hours a day, you can. You can say 150%, and they work 12-hour shifts. Slaves essentially have no free time, so essentially they work 100% of the time. They're still given essentially free times, but they're always on call. Where a serf is expected to put in so much time, and then the rest of the time's theirs.
So serfs are expected to work 6 hours a day by default, right?
One full shift, which is 8 hours.
Oh, okay. I thought you said they work 75% of. Okay. So of that, they're supposed to work 8 hours, and they get how much of it by default? How much of the profits of that? 50%?
Oh, it would be. Yeah, you're right. By default, they're 75%, but I'm talking what we're basing the percentage on is an 8 hour.
Okay. Okay, yeah. And of the time they work, they make how much of the money? Or do they only make the money?
By default,
like they
it's free labor. 75% free labor.
Okay. And they spend the remaining 2 hours
of their own time.
Yeah, so if they want to keep working and make more money.
Yes. Which is how they produce their own food and shit. They're allowed, by being a serf, you are giving them rights to farm and shit for themselves as well on your own land. That's part of the price of rent.
Yeah. Okay. Sollyn, while Ilaria decides, is going to keep the serf laws the same.
Okay.
The slave laws he's going to keep the same, but he's going to do his best to ensure that slaves receive good treatment when they deserve it. If a slave does not, then they will not. If that makes sense.
Sure.
Slaves are treated very well, like they are bought clothing supposed to be bought clothing, etc. Given housing that is of quality similar to that of a serf.
Okay. All right, good.
Unless they misbehave.
So
yeah, I'm gonna keep serf.
So slaves for you is they're staying the same 100%.
Yeah,
they get to keep 95, or you take 95% of their production.
Yep.
Okay.
But they are afforded a decent quality of life by their owner.
Okay. All right.
If that's not so, then can Sollyn say that if a slave is not afforded a decent quality of life, then the government has the right to seize them?
You could try. No.
Okay.
No, because Lyriel, like I said, Lyriel has no mechanism for actually doing that. The only other
Lyriel doesn't. But
the only other way Lyriel produces slaves, which they technically do, but it's a form of essentially criminal servitude, is criminals can be pressed to work for the rest of their life.
Okay.
But that would have to be a lifelong punishment, essentially. Okay, so.
Okay.
And by the way, the slaves again are all owned by you, so you will set them the task, and if you want to put one of your residents as their overseer, you may.
Okay.
Okay.
It costs 300 gold to teleport, right, Ilaria, essentially? For the dram of...
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the 75%, but I'm going to give the potter and the owner of the rest house some money so they can increase their business.
Okay.
Grow their business, like hire people if they want to, or just increase production.
Okay, so you're going to invest. Okay. Put that down as a note somewhere. We'll go over that. But
We'll figure that out later.
So
okay.
Citizens, mandated labor for citizens. Most citizens have no mandated labor. If citizens also includes passerbys, or transients, or temporary visitors, anybody passing through, as well as citizens. Do any of you have any citizens?
Nope.
Sorry, what did you say about citizens? They are not labor. What's the difference between them and settlers?
The only difference is citizens. They don't owe you technically anything. While you're technically their landlord, they're paying you for the right to be on your land.
As opposed to serfs, not yeah. I don't have any of those. No.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So and visitors. So okay. So we don't have to bother with that. All right now. So taxes, tolls, and tariffs. Like I said, slaves have no taxes. They're just automatically taxed 95% of everything. Really, it's like 99%. It's just, except for the bare little luxuries of like clothes and little few little trinkets, everything's your property. Yeah.
Okay.
Serfs. Here's the thing with taxes, tolls, and tariffs. For a serf, their labor is their tax. So if you tax a serf, taxes should be an annual thing. And this is in addition to the cost of their mandated labor. So this comes out of their share of everything. So if they get 10% of their production and they only get to work 1 hour a day, the tax comes out of that share. So you're cutting into their share even more. Usually taxes on serfs only occur in times of stress or when you need an immediate injection of funds. You send somebody out and you take even more money from them. It's usually not a standard thing for serfs. Citizens, however, they are taxed if they live on your land or if they pass through. You can decide. So first off, for any reason, do you guys want to just put a permanent tax on serfs? It would be considered very strenuous and a strenuous hardship on them to tax them. All right. Citizens, you're much more able to tax them because they're not paying you shit in labor to stay on your land. Now, you don't have any. This would also include passerbys and trade. You cannot, however, impede anybody who is working directly for the Duke, the royal family, or any of the Margraves. But any other merchant traveling through, anything else, any rules you want to come up with, travelers, transients, citizens that want to take residence there, tariffs are trade, essentially imports, exports. You can tax specific products, specific trades, specific locations. You can be as detailed as you want about it. Tolls and all that. So you can think about that. Any taxes, tolls, tariffs, but it will influence later on everything. Trade, traffic, and the how much people want to actually settle in your area.
Do we both own the land across the river, correct? Not on the other side, but we both own like transit through the river in our area, right?
There are. You each have a little. You don't own it. You have a little one-person wide walk bridge. That's it. There is a larger bridge to cross, which is owned by the Margrave, and it's wide enough for wagons and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, I'm like down the river. If somebody wants to ship trade into the Rhaetian Mountains.
There are 2 locations, essentially water toll houses that the Margrave runs, that they would have to ship through, but otherwise the river's open for traffic. It's free.
Okay, so we can't manage our own tolls or tariffs on the river.
If you have the river, yes. If you want to toll the river, you can.
Okay. I was just wondering if like we had that by default because I was planning on just making it 10 less. Yeah, I was planning on making it like a percentage less than whatever the other rivers had to encourage trade through this river.
You both own the river where you're at, from one shore to the other side. You just don't own the other side of the shore.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to put that, so you can work on that. Okay. So I think that's pretty much everything. Now, if you look at your wages per person, okay, and calculate that for each settlement based on those rules you just created for mandated labor and all, you should be able to calculate how much your locations, how much you're generating. Serfs cost you nothing. Okay. And, okay.
How does this interact with the trained, talented, and commoner?
Each one, it's based on their level. See, trained, it's listed right there.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just wondering, like, if we mandate labor, we have to calculate, like, let's say if a trained person is a serf, then we get, what, like 75% of it? If a trained person's a slave, we get.
Well, that's based on the
100.
labor and all, because this is their ability to produce. Period. So if you say that they work like a full day shift, and I get 75% of it, so 75% of the time they work for me for free, then you get 75% of this value.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make a big spreadsheet to calculate how much money I get per month or something, probably.
Yeah. And to be honest, I wanted to get it done in time, and I didn't. I'm going to calculate it in the values to essentially be a modifier, just in general, a multiplier to anybody that works in those areas. But I haven't got the system on that worked out yet. So we're just going to have to either apply that after the fact or whatever. But that's all I got set up for now. So, okay. If you want to, several things you'll be able to do is you can just produce. You can also search out and try to find new resources. What you need is a surveyor or explorer for something like that. Hire a professional, or you can do it yourself. You can also invest to expand resources. So, essentially, you can harvest, or you can actually set the people to work on it to essentially expand it, which will increase the value of the resources. But once you learn how the resources multiply, the location, the money, then you can decide whether to do that. I just have it work basically for now until you get things worked out. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't really got the resources things worked out for you yet. So, okay. But there's your baronies. There's your population. I think you got a pretty good setup there. All right.
How much does a just general, like, slave cost?
Slaves, a labor slave can be as cheap as 1 gold, and they can be expensive as 5,000 gold.
Okay.
Labor tends to be cheaper, though.
Okay. And that's probably what I'll be buying them for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Alrighty. Okay. So, also, generating more people coming into your land would be very good. You can do this by attraction, tourism, creating traffic. Another way is to actually do like the Duke did to get you jump started. Encourage I forget what they originally called that, but it's essentially a homesteader or a trailblazer or a frontier incentive program. Essentially, anybody that wants to relocate here and start a new life, you'll give them so much to start, or you'll do something to incent them to actually relocate to your barony.
Okay.
Especially good with immigrants or anybody that doesn't have a place already started. So, all right. Those are all things you can do. And if there's any other ideas you have for, I'm pretty flexible with the rules, so if there's something you want to do, I'm sure we can come up with a way to do it. Okay. I think they're set now. While they're calculating that. Tucker, did you get to do all your spellcraft rolls?
Yeah.
Got all your spells? Very good. All right, so you're going to go see your mama.
I was going to ask if I could retroactively buy a pamphlet, try and order one. I forgot one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just one. Son of a bitch.
A pamphlet?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a stretch on this one, but I ain't buying a scroll this one, I'll tell you that. Circle of Death.
Okay.
Sierra B, level 6.
Okay. 35% chance.
So, fuck it.
All right.
I'll pay for it.
All right, you're going to order it? Okay.
3,300. Yeah, hell yeah, I'll pay for it. What the fuck would that put it down to 17? Yeah.
Poogie's very happy about being a baroness. She's going to put her children to work.
Yep.
Before I left, though, I was gonna do a thing in the cabal it's not done yet. Well,
So what? Huh?
yeah, I might as well. I was gonna use stone shape to make myself a kind of a vault in the Cabal Dragon Cave thing.
Okay. Let's go check her out.
Okay.
No, give me the bookmark, bitch. Give me the bookmark, bitch. There we go. Okay. So, you want to cut a hole. Where are you doing it at?
Stone. Okay, it's with stone shape.
Uh-huh.
It will be. Son of a bitch. Move it over.
You sure you don't want to wait and do it in your home when it's finished?
I can do it again.
Okay.
I can do as many times as I need to. I just want one now, so I don't forget shit later.
Okay.
Okay. Where should I do it? Where should I do it? Let's do it. Where's the place? No one ever does over here. Let's do it over here.
Okay.
It'll just be in the floor. Roll the spell. Blah blah blah. Essentially, it's 10 cubic feet plus 12 since I'm CL12,
Mm-hmm.
and you mold it essentially. And it says specifically that
What
you
do
can
mold
make
it into?
a crude coffer.
Okay. Alright. So you got a square box without door, hinges, key, or lid.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast it again and make a lid.
Okay.
With like hinges on it.
Did you buy yourself? No, that's right. Okay, so you're
Yeah, you can
making
make hinges.
you're making a square box, and then you're making a lid. You're trying to make hinges.
Yes, it says there's a 30% chance that hinges do work.
Okay, you have to do an engineering check to understand how hinges work before you can make them.
Okay. Oh
Have
shit.
engineering as a trait.
No,
Sollyn, he might be able to help.
Too late. He already cast it. Go ahead.
it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Terrible.
All right.
11.
Now, one die 100, please, fake keeper.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
We have a lid.
Okay.
No
No
hinges.
hinges.
All right. So you have a lid to just sit on there, like a crock top, and you have a stone urn that's kind of square. It's like a big stone ewer.
I'm just telling you, I would have liked to have done like a very kind of like an incline because I can't make stairs with it, obviously. And I don't want it to be 20 feet deep since I can't get out. So just an incline so for me to walk down.
Jesus.
Wait. What shape are you
It doesn't-
making this?
Kind of like a triangle. It doesn't have to be a 20-foot cube. It says it can be up to a 20-foot cube.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to do kind of a... Son of a bitch. Okay. Imagine... Imagine that, but downward.
Unfortunately, you can't go downward.
What? Why?
Because there's earth underneath. You got to excavate first. Which means you have to get under the stone before you can excavate. You're creating this using the existing stone in open space.
How far down does the stone go?
It's only like a foot. But underneath earth. So if you want to actually fill a hole, you have to
I
excavate
didn't-
the hole first.
That's true. That's true. All right, come back to me. Give me a minute.
All right. Well,
Do Kurtal.
okay.
I'll work this out. Give me a minute.
Okay. Kurtal, did you get your shopping list done?
I'm just looking at furniture and stuff like that, yeah.
Okay. Now, with your stuff, you're given, one of the things you're given is a large medallion that has all an official, it says you're an official condom hat wearer of Lyrial. And essentially you can go and you can just flash that giant, huge fucking 10-pound medallion at anybody and let them know I'm an official priest of the Pillar of Faith and of Lyrial. You
So I have an official medallion of office.
Yes.
Cool.
And that'll essentially allow you to go and proselytize to other villages and they can't burn you immediately. If they take their time first, that's okay.
Well, gee, thanks.
So you can go and encourage travel the area on religious missions and shit like that. Also gives you authority to actually, access the Pillar of Faith and do all that as a resident. So, if you want to do anything with your funds, whether furnishing, or to do anything to publicize or do anything like that, you may. But that's essentially going to be entirely up to your creativity. You essentially got the lease, and you can travel, so you can do whatever you want.
Well, at the moment, it's just decoration and then putting stuff off to the side.
All right. At the end of the month, Comfy, or whatever the fuck his name is, where the hell is he at?
Conf?
That's it. Kampf will arrive from Ternuheth.
Hey.
Hopf, that's it. Hopf. Hopf arrives to see your place with you.
Yep.
And I'm assuming you take him up to see it?
Yup.
Alright. So he goes up with you. Poof. There we go. I did not know Lyrial had this structure, this pillar. It is a brilliant idea. I have to applaud them for that.
They encourage all forms of faith. While they are a rather well-maintained country, they have a very laissez-faire attitude towards many aspects that seems to work for them, honestly.
It's surprising.
Here we are. The door doesn't work, Uncle!
Da-da-da-da. And you can't go in. Hey, and you're stuck. Okay, there you go.
My divine mark was so potent it locked the door.
I can't cross it. All right.
Yeah, we're going to say this is a pool.
A pool? Okay. You're going to fill it with water?
Probably. I was thinking about getting some moonflowers in there.
Alright, so I'll just...
Or milk flowers.
Uncle, question.
Yes?
Would you count that dirt down there as mud? Normal, generic mud.
Nope.
If you have water.
Oh, what if I put a waterfall on it? Then would it count as mud?
Yeah. If
Good.
once you get a hold to it.
Right
now it's covered by solid stone.
Well, I can move that. That's not an issue.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I know what I'm going to do.
All right.
I haven't figured out.
Well, it's not your turn now. Be quiet.
He's not doing anything.
All right, so
It's because you interrupted me.
Hop walks in. This is a very nice place. Look at this. So this is going to be the water garden, yes?
That's what I had in mind. I haven't purchased anything or done any decorations yet because, while I have been named the High Priest of Asira and Lariel, I don't quite know what to do yet. That's why I contacted you and Lady Jasmine to get your opinions.
Well, first thing, if I were you, if you want to build up a following, I'd start preaching.
That's the plan.
Preach as if you're an Asmodean. Just start talking about the Iron Law and that anybody else is going to burn in hell who doesn't not believe you. And he jumps up on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, come, worship Asira. You'll be better for it. See? Simple.
Yep, that's the plan. I hope to... I was given a small stipend by the Duke when he allotted me this area. I'm hoping to put some decorations down, some furniture and stuff like that, so people actually have something to come and look at, then spend some of it on, for lack of a better term, advertising.
Are you going to hold routine sermons?
There is a small complication with my home in Shady Bower at the moment, but once I get that finished up and settled, then yes, I would try and hold at least bi-monthly sermons.
I think that would be a good idea. Well, I think I could stay here for a few weeks and help you get started.
There is a bed in the back room if you want to use that.
Excellent, excellent. Let me see. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, just a little bed like that, that's all I need. And if there's bugs in it, all the better. Are there bugs? No. That's good. So.
I will say this, Hop, if you hadn't noticed since we were right on the way up here, Lyriel allows the practice of all faiths, even those with a more negative connotation. They won't allow anything so bold as sacrifice or anything like that, but there may be words preached here that you could disagree with, and as I am the High Priest here, at least said so by the Duke, we have to tolerate them. This is a place for free practice.
I understand that. That's why I'm here. You're the public face, and I'm the knife in the shadows.
A bit of a way of wording it, yes.
Yes. So, which altars do you want me to burn when no one's looking?
We're going to let them practice as they will, Hop.
I'm joking, Kurtal. You know, you really should open that third eye sometime. This is nice. You got a nice open space over here. You should figure out what you could do. You could do something over here.
Again, I have ideas, but mostly I was thinking of here, and Kurtal will gesture towards here, pillows or chairs, something comfortable, so if and when I do have my sermons or preach, there will be a place for people to sit down and listen. Over there, open statues, an altar or two perhaps to pray and worship while I am not here, and a place for people to sleep, perhaps. Asira is a goddess of the night, and far be it for me that if the nights get cold and someone has no place to go.
Well, yes, I'll help you. I will stay here a month, and I will perform weekly services if you wish it. And in between, I should go out and proselytize on the street. I think I'll focus on probably the street rats. See if I can't reach a few of them.
Any start is good one.
All right. Any limitations? Any restrictions? Anything, regarding you that you want? Not necessarily the law. I'm a lawful man through and through when I'm watched.
This guy.
This place is open to any and all. If they come here for whatever reason, to preach or to just simply have a place to rest their weary bones, then they can come.
Excellent. Any other amenities we're going to offer them?
Once we finish setting up everything in here, then yes, I plan on, as I said, having a place for people to rest. Perhaps if the poor or disenfranchised come here, we have a place for them to eat as well.
Good. I agree.
And I'm thinking that if peace continues, or at least what we can call peace, perhaps a place to learn. If the children want to come and learn how to read or write.
That's good. I like it. And from what I've experienced, I've traveled a few places. Each a siren temple, church, whatever, sort of changes depending on what the people need in the given area. For example, in Superiacrum, I happen to know that the church offers protection, secretion. They hide people, not actually secrete things. And
I'd be willing to have something secreted from Jasmine.
There's a lot of debt and things there, and people that are on the run from others. And that helps. Where in other locations, it's something else. A lot of times it's food or water or things like that. Further up in the desert. So maybe we'll figure out what the people need here the most. It's probably going to be education. Maybe some warm clothes. And somebody to cut off a frostbitten toe or two.
Yes, I was hoping that if and when we can get a sizable enough crowd, we can start offering healing. Maybe at a small service, but depending on the severity. And if they cannot pay, then they can work. Not in enslavement or indentured, but if they want to volunteer their time here to compensate us for our efforts.
Oh, yes, slavery. Yes, that's very important. What is the rules here on slavery?
Don't.
Oh. Well, that's boring.
No, there are more formal rules, but the most well-written and most followed is that there is no native-born Lorelian to be considered a slave. If anyone finds out, they will be freed, violently, if need be.
Ah, okay. So, domestic supremacy. What about everybody else?
Everyone else?
Slaves that aren't Larios.
If you can prove you have legal contract over them when you bring them here, then yes, you have legal ownership. But you need to have papers presented at any time you claim them as your slave.
I understand. Now, what is our stance going to be regarding slaves if we encounter them? We're going to try to offer them sanctuary.
If they come here to escape from their owner, then yes, we will offer them a place to rest until they can move on their own. If we are to take any of our own, I would prefer not. I am not a fan of it. My mother told me that the Half Moon Temple was ravaged by those who wanted to take those who lived and worked there as slaves. So.
Yes, they did. And they succeeded. With a lot of them.
Needless to say, the idea of it leaves a bit of a bitter taste in my mouth.
Excellent. So should I focus there on my proselytizing, in addition to the street rats?
Find those who would want to come here and say that should they require a place to lay their head, or if they want a place to just stay out of the cold, they are more than welcome here. Asara welcomes all who are willing to help themselves.
Well, if we're going to keep them out of the cold, we might want to get a fire in here. We do have some water, and we're probably going to need some food if we're going to feed them. We're going to need some clothing to keep them warm. And, yes, you do that. You start preaching. You will be the most beautiful face Asira has ever seen, at least in Lyrio. Which is an excellent start. And I will bring to you the throngs. Let me go. First place, right over here. Let's check out this temple. Hello. Any Asirans in here?
Uncle.
Yeah.
To the point.
Are you going to hop back between John and Tucker and Kyle doing their barony stuff?
We're almost ready to start skipping fast forwarding here, so why? Did you want to do something temporarily or something?
I was just going to ask to stay on this map so I could doodle on it to get an idea of what I want to do.
There you go. Actually, hold on. Let me pull them off and then I can drop you on there.
Yep.
Why ain't it dropping you on there? Get the fuck on the map, Kurtal. There we go.
I'm trying!
Alright. Okay. So,
the only other thing is...
make me clarify, it seems like Hopf is going to be trying to recruit for you. He's also going to hold entertaining sermons once a week. It's not really a sermon. He's not lecturing or preaching. He's essentially going to entertain with theological and dogmatic stories. It's like Daniel on the lion's den, except this time it's going to be Daniel on the crow's den. And he'll do that and probably focus on children because they're the most gullible and easiest to brainwash. And and old people, because they'll give you their retirement just to get into heaven. And he's also going to focus on slaves and encouraging them to run away from their masters and come to our temple for sanctuary. Especially in the new baronies.
I may kill your guy. If he tries to steal my property, I will defend my property.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's not stealing if he just convinces them to come along with him.
It is stealing because they're my property.
You do not have to worry, Kurtal. Everybody who hears my voice loves it, because those who would not do not hear it. And he gives you a wink. So.
He's excitable.
Come to me, my little brainwashed foes. Let us be friends to the last day. Yes, yes. Hurrah, hurrah.
Okay. Now, real quick
Uncle,
question, Barony.
I've done what I do best, and I built a spreadsheet.
Excellent.
How do you, like, when we're calculating total whatever's income, do we take the total income for each section and then multiply it by 75% since we don't have anything, or is that already counted into the wages?
No, that's not counting the wage. That's your total production value. So, essentially, if you say that they work for free for 75%, you get the full 75% of whatever their production value is.
You said by default the citizen tax was about 50%. It doesn't really matter because
There
citizens right now.
There is no default for citizen tax.
Okay.
The only default is annual.
Okay.
And you can do a percentage, or you can just say a specific amount. But usually, a good default, if you're looking for like something to base it off of, would probably be like a set amount, or that's not percentage based. So essentially, any resident citizens that want to live here, they have to pay so much, essentially like a land tax, based on how much land they take up.
All right. I just won't let any citizens move in.
Yeah. And don't forget, you can also tax non-residents who pass through.
Yeah. This is just what I get from my residents here.
Yeah.
Would it be possible
but
to
if you tax
make...
too high, traffic can also detour around your area too. It's just not convenient.
Yeah.
So you got to balance that.
Yeah.
Or carefully engineered so that they cannot pass anywhere else but through your land, and then just tax the fuck out of them.
I'll install raiders throughout the forest.
There you go. Exactly.
I mean, yeah, that's one way of doing it.
I'm pretty sure that's how it happens in all D&D campaigns. That's why adventurers get the short stick all the
Encourage
time.
banditry. That's the way America does it, dude. We pay fucking all the pirates in the fucking Somalian lands, and then we're like, here, go through the Panama Canal. You're fine. And yes, I know those areas are completely different, separate sections of the world.
Africa, Central America, potato.
What's it matter?
They're in there in that hot malaria-filled portion.
Yes.
I'm guessing we roll down on our percentages. Round down, I mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty, so Kurtal, you had a question?
You know the tiny hut spell is a radius, right?
It's... What? Huh? What
Tiny hut.
What the
It's
fuck
a
does
big
that matter?
circle. Well, no, I'm asking, would it be possible to shape that spell to a specific area? Because I was thinking, if it was possible, if we could permanency it so it lines the inside of the temple, that way it's always a comfortable temperature on the inside, and it could be lit or sort of dimmed at Kurtal's will.
I love that idea.
Isn't
That's
that the
pretty
thing
awesome.
that's kind of like invisible to the outside, or like it puts up a transparent barrier or something?
Makes it opaque.
Opaque.
So yeah, so people wouldn't be able to see inside.
So
Well, they
people
wouldn't be able to
step
see
in,
the
it's like
walls.
they see nothing, and then they step in, it's like it's full of 50 people.
There is a door to it, isn't there?
No, you can just walk in. It's a bubble.
It's not. This isn't the house. This is
It's a
literally
bubble.
a sphere. It's
Oh.
a sphere. Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, they open the door. There's a white shimmering wall, and then they walk in.
Yeah, it's the Dark Souls fog wall.
Yeah.
You could
pretty
do
much.
that. That might help you hide all your runaway slaves.
You could even pull some shit by telling them, oh yeah, the white pick wall is the light of the moon or some bullshit. Commoners eat that shit up.
When we're calculating monthly, is just times 30. Just make it easy.
I suggest setting it up so you calculate monthly.
So just times 30 is what I'm saying. Like,
Yep,
so we
yep.
don't have to
Uh-huh.
fuck around with 31 and 28
Yeah,
and
I
all that
just
bullshit.
average it to times 30. Unless you're, if you want to be that anal, that's up to you. But times 30. Is
No,
okay.
fuck no, I don't.
I make 520-ish gold a year at the moment.
I make 309 a month. Not gold, 309 silver.
Nice.
Oh, I measured mine in gold.
You'll make a little more than that based on your resources. That'll increase it. But
Yeah.
for now, we're just gonna go with that.
Yeah, just based on taxing my citizens. That's what I get.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, would it be possible to shape a tiny hut to basically hug the walls and have it permanent seed?
You could if you wanted. It probably would be a little off-putting to newcomers to see a giant bubble.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Could it be shaped that way? Instead of being a circle, it runs along the walls and stops at that territory.
No.
I couldn't make like a ritual to do that.
Well, let me see. What do you do? You have it marked? What you're thinking?
Well,
I think
you
just
know what
went
the room
along
looks
the
like, right?
walls.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Okay, so basically along all the walls on where the area of worship would be, up to the door, just controlled in tiny hut situations where it's always at a comfortable temperature and can be lit and dimmed at will. And then it wouldn't bleed over to
Where at?
the
Over
other.
here?
Yeah,
The
in the
entire
area.
area.
Yeah, this whole area
Oh,
of
so you want the
worship.
whole area, the public area, essentially. That's in your section.
Should-
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
a 20-foot radius, right? So it's really fucking big.
That's what I'm saying. Could it be adapted in like a ritual or something to expand and just sort of hug these walls?
Well, ritual can do just about anything. So yeah.
Yeah. But I was just asking if it could be because I'm not sure if it would be pushing the limits of the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Okay.
that's something that would genuinely work. Like if people want it to be warm, I'm thinking of putting a fireplace in the corner. But in order to just control the temperature and show that off that I'm really a herald mage, I could do that.
Okay. That would work. And then there would be a barrier, though, wherever it ends. So across the thresholds and stuff, there would be this bubble-like thing that would be a little freaky.
Well, the thing is that the bubble in Tiny Hut has the coloration of my choosing on its creation.
So you're going to go with salmon?
If I felt like it, yeah. I could make it through rose-colored glasses, or I could just make it clear.
Make it bright white to keep out all the drow.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's
you could
something
do that,
that I'm.
but it would probably be very expensive to do that, to essentially design the ritual, and then you're going to have to fuel it, which would probably require steady infusions of liquid mana.
Yeah.
Or, well, not necessarily steady, but it would require an initial deposit on top of a permanency spell, essentially.
Yeah. Like I said, that's why I'm putting the fireplace here first. But if we can do that, it'd be really nice.
But yeah, that eventually could be done easily, yeah. All right, sounds good. All right. So, Tucker, you go to Sharon. I think this is the last thing in the first month here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do the whole vault thing until I go back to Eclipsia, so we're good.
All righty. Are you going to travel to Sharon?
Yes.
Domestically? Mundane
Yeah.
method?
Mm-hmm.
So how are you traveling?
Teleport.
Can you put us
I
on
thought-
the hard map?
Thought about it for a moment.
Sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought about it for a moment. That just...
From Lyceum, that's not too bad. That's, I think, a week's travel, I think it was. Not
yeah,
horrible.
but that's just calculating stuff. Or I could just try
Be
and
there.
not teleport into the ocean, so I'd rather just do that. 300 gold, adopt that, teleport.
Okay, there we go. You arrive in Sharon. You find the place industrious as ever. Things are working while the population is somewhat decreased. The city is active and highly energetic. Wagons are moving back and forth on every street, sometimes in series, carrying large loads of war supplies. Everybody is working. Every citizen is required to donate materials. The war supply is, the war train is active in full swing. There are furnaces and forges and everything. Some of them built right onto the street. They're just billows or wheezing. Shit's being molded, sharpened, hammered. Ching, 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 ching. Cabbages every fucking where, because who doesn't like cabbage? If you don't like cabbage, you're a dick. Okay. And then you go to the Stout Crowns, whatever the fuck their name is.
Mints.
Mints. That's
Stout crowns? Really?
it. Go to the Stout
Really?
Mint. You go to Stout Mint University. Shut the fuck up. And in Stout Mintland,
Stout mint.
you see, standing in the front courtyard, talking to somebody, looks like some official human, who's got a wheelbarrow full of, looks like kitchen utensils. Talking to Mama Big Boom. And he gives her a nod and a wave, tears off a little piece of paper and hands it to her from his clipboard that's spring-loaded. Rip. Rolun, says Shelka. Shelka Rock Bosom.
That's still... I don't know why I fucking named her that. God damn, it's so weird.
Because Roland's had weird feelings about his mom ever since he was a kid.
That's because her titties are harder than a Californian bee actress. All right.
So, I like that. That was good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he just of course just fast walked and just hugged her.
She gives you a big hug, picks you up in the air, spins you around, sets you down. You're getting lighter. What's wrong with you? Why aren't you eating?
Well, I died.
I have been. I've just been traveling a lot. Mama, I've got stories to tell. And presents.
Oh, well, I like presents. All right, come on. Don't give them to me here. They might take them away. She walks into the house with you, shuts the door, bars it, throws the 48 locks. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. All right, the front door vault is shut.
Good. It
You're
better.
standing at the edge of a diving board over top a huge tower full of gold coins. Do you jump in?
I think everyone jumps in. that if you come in the Stoutman home, that's how you have to be greeted.
Okay, so you go in, and she immediately asks you how you've been doing.
Oh, it's been busy. Oh, we've been so busy. We have we're working on a place up in Lyrio.
Lyrio. Wait, really, Lyrio? Why are you going so far north?
It's quiet. Well, it was. Was when we started.
Yeah, right?
No kidding.
Have you been to Urbal? Have you been to Jol?
Oh, no. Oh, yes. We were up in Arathil on business. And thankfully, everything came out for the better.
That is good. You know, one of these times I'm going to go back to Jol. One day.
I think you ought to fairly soon.
Why?
Where's Father?
He's in his study. He's looking for receipts.
As per usual. Oh, come on. Let's not keep it. Don't hod yourself. Don't hod me. That's for
Alright,
sure.
well, just so you know, he's in a bad mood.
He'd shrug. And that's new how.
Alright. And then you go meet Reynold Darbro. The guy looks serious. So you go back into the back room, and you meet Daddy's ass. Because Daddy is digging through a pile of papers that are now on the floor. Son of a bitch, I know it's in here somewhere! Those vampires. I am not going to stand for this. I'm telling you, Shoka, they are going to bring back my forks.
You're a little
know.
bit louder, Father. I don't think they heard you.
He turns around. Then he stands up.
Then he stands up.
Rolun, you've come to help me look for my receipt. You're not really sure if that was a question or a statement.
If it'll get you out of this funk you're in, evidently.
Well,
And then he'd help.
of course I'm in a funk. You know, they're ripping us off. The damn collector came again, and we donated, all right, to the war fund. And that was supposed to excuse us for 3 months for more donations. But then they come a month later, and they come and take our medal. I only have 12 forks now. And this is not going to stand, I'll tell you that much.
Your mother only has 7.
They don't know who they're messing with, alright? First off, I made the forks. Secondly, I made the money. So, I hate to tell that guy, but I'm going to have a little chat, alright, with the treasurer. And his salary is going to disappear this month. Right into my pocket. Reynolds. What? I don't think that's why Roland is here. I didn't say it was. Why don't you go get us something to drink? I wouldn't want you to get bothered. She walks out. All right, Roland, why are you here? What did you do?
I managed to find some downtime, I suppose.
How creative of you.
You'd be surprised.
Wait a minute, downtime. Did you get kicked out?
No. I graduated, in fact. I'm fully fledged.
Nice. We're gonna have to celebrate now. Now, you should come back. I got plans for a new type of currency. Magical money.
Even he'd snicker at that. Do go on.
It's a genius invention, okay? Imagine a single coin, all right? Or item of value, okay? Doesn't really matter what it is. Could be a coin. Could be a piece of trash. I don't care. What matters is it's going to have dual value. Exclusively, not inclusively. This is groundbreaking. I've never heard it done. Not even in all the bullshit tales my grandpappy told me about the old days. No dwarf has come up with this before. So essentially, you have a coin, and it has its intrinsic value. Then it has its standardized value, which is normal. It's whatever, it really is. In case they want to try to fluctuate the market, which only idiots do that. And then you have our magic coin. It's going to have a third value. It's magical value. He nods. 3 values, actually. See, the coin itself has its own value. Let's say it's gold. But inside of it, there's magic that only magic people can get out of it. So that a normal person, they have no extra value to them. It's just worth 1 gold. But if a magic person gets a magic gold coin, it's got the magic gold value, and then it's got the magic value. 2 values in 1 coin. What do you think?
What is the magic value supposed to be?
The magic they pull out of the coin. The magic's in the coin. And only a magic person can pull it out, so it's going to be more valuable to them.
What kind of magic?
The kind that curls your mustaches. What kind do you think it should be?
The intimidating kind.
That's what I was going to say. Well, it's good to see that we still are close, you and I. We think alike. It's also good to see that 7 years of wizard schooling has not given you any greater insight into magic than what I got. Okay.
Not on transmutation, Father. Not on transmutation.
So
I should tell you what the average Bolani ditch size is.
I don't know. Ask your mother. All right, have a seat. Your mother comes in, sits down with you. They start chatting. Do you have any special conversation with them? Like any special topics?
Any special conversation? Yeah. When was the last time they went to Joel? Well, I know Father's last visit. When was Mom's last visit?
Well, you bring up Jaw. That was your mistake. Diplomacy roll to try to salvage the rest of the evening.
Please, God. Please. I didn't mean nothing. The fate of the world. No! Son of a bitch.
Your father, who is already angry that he can't find a receipt and they fucking stole forks from him and spoons. And then you bring up Joel. Those damn slicksters and shysters! And he stands up, kicks his desk so hard that he falls over.
In pain.
Very well made desk. Very well made desk.
Yes.
Dwarven made. Of course it's well made.
Yes, it's stone.
He tried to kick the desk, but his legs are too short, and he missed and overextended his kick.
Shut up.
And then your mother says something about how he shouldn't be slamming himself against stone furniture. And that gets him on some fucking ancient dwarven parable about some human daring to tell a dwarf that he cannot move a mountain with his head, and goddamn it, he did. And that's how the first mountain pass was created. Okay. And then, for the remaining 6 hours of the day, he tells you for the 59th time
At least.
how angry he is at all the people that have screwed him over in Jaw. And that for all he cares, the mountain could just fall right down on top of him.
About that. Speaking of which,
What?
The old country is in trouble, Father.
I could have told you that. They were in trouble the day they decided to not give me my refund.
Father, have you heard what's happening up in Lariel?
Lyrio.
Yes. And then he'd explain they have a house there, and that's why they're there.
Oh, he's good. He's proud of you. You got a home. Somewhere to put down roots. It's
Mhm.
good of you.
And
What's it made out of?
It will be made out of stone.
What kind of stone?
Hearthstone, we don't know. Insert Hearthstone name here.
Yeah.
You tell him.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. All right. Go on. Son of a bitch. I know I had the receipt somewhere around here.
And then he'd get into the fucking grouse thing.
Drow. Saw a drow once.
Mhm.
Her name was Ilaria.
I was about to say, was it Ilaria?
They will absolutely neglect to say anything about Sollyn. Sollyn is not mentioned the whole trip. But he'll start talking about, how he heard from someone of importance, no names, at the Drow Rising, which they are now, and that
Of course they are. Look, that's not a surprise, son. Didn't they teach you anything at that wizard school? Why do you think we came to the surface? The Drow are just a little slower than us, that's all. They learn a little slower, they move a little slower.
Father, they're taking over the kingdom.
Joel or Lyriel?
We stopped them in Lariel. I'm sure you heard about that.
That's good. Lyriel's a good, wholesome place. They've been very good to all of us. They're very nice people.
But Jarl, we think, is going to...
I don't give a damn about Joel. What they have coming to them, well, they have coming to them.
I say this. You all should be careful here. With the Panther in the west and these Drow in the north.
Oh, they're about to kill the Panther.
But not what he stands for.
Yeah. I suppose, but, when a fool gets a bull on about something, it's hard to stop him.
Well, maybe if you give them some more spoons, that might tip the scales.
I am not. Look, listen. They don't know who they're messing with. All right. I have donated through the years more than anybody else in this entire district. And if they think that they're going to send another collector out here without getting a great donation of foot up the ass, they're going to be surprised. I'll tell you that much, all right? They want weapons. I'll give them a weapon. I have swords, right? They don't need spoons. I have swords, and I will deposit it for them.
Okay, hang on. I just thought of something. Okay. Would these receipts, because they kind of count for currency, do you think they'd work for his cantrip that looks for that kind of thing?
No.
Damn.
Or no, it doesn't do that. It counts quantities. Now, if you wanted to count how many pieces of paper were in the pile, you could do that easily.
Okay, Mom came in, sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Well, shit.
So, ultimately, you're trying to... So, what are you trying to do? What's Rolun trying to do? Is he trying to convince his father to do something?
I'm trying to convince him to... he ain't going back to jail, I get that. But I'm telling him and Mom to just be careful. Just be fucking careful. And... what's his brother been up to?
Right now, he's down at the collector's office giving them an earful. But lately, he shakes his head. That guy, I don't even know if he's much done anymore. Lately, he's only been putting in about 12 hours of work a day. And that is just disgraceful. The rest of the time, he just sits in the cat house. That's all he does.
Oh, what's a cat house? I don't know what that is.
Brothel.
Brothel. Yeah, sorry. Got too late.
It's where all the pussy is.
House of Pussy.
Oh. He's been he's been doing this since before I left. Has his coat not fallen off?
Not yet. I think it's changed color a few times. But now he doesn't even come home half the time. He just sleeps there. That's like his home. Maybe he has a room there. I don't know. But I mean, I guess he enjoys it. And the worst part, though, is him forsaking his duty.
He'd nod.
But it is wartime. So, if he wants to get a little drunk, I guess that's okay.
Father, he's been doing this since before I left.
Yeah, but now it's wartime.
Okay.
You gotta listen, Rolun. Take the hair out of your ears.
Presents. I forgot to give him the present. Okay. Mama gets the nice necklace. Like fucking 2K GP. Also, it's a birthstone. That's yeah.
Okay. Wow, she is extremely flattered by that. She grabs you, gives you a big hug and a kiss, squeezes your cheeks till they come detached from your cheekbones.
Good.
Thank you, Rolun. Okay. And what do you give old Papa Dap?
That chainmail shirt that Harper gave him a long time ago that he never uses.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. You give him the chainmail shirt. He puts that on. Then he studies it. What is this?
Those came from the ruins beneath the Zadmir. Or that came, not those. That came from. I meant
From
those as in.
Dothradar.
Yes.
He takes it off and starts examining it more closely.
It's magical.
Okay. Alright, he pulls out his 5-foot jeweler's glass and starts examining it closely.
5 feet, that's it?
That's it.
He's not even 5 feet, dude.
I know, it's funny.
It comes from the inside of his pants.
It's like the fucking Hubble
It's
telescope.
collapsible.
Yeah. Yep. It telescopes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, he examines that. This is amazing. Oh, Rolun, are you sure you want to give this to me?
Yes.
I think this might be worth more than me.
That's how all dwarves are, aren't we? Surrounded by things that are worth more than any of us.
If we're successful, we are.
And we are.
Well, I knew I had a successful son. It's about time that wizardry paid off. So what are you working on now, son? What's the great project that occupies my son, the wizard's mind?
I am most likely going to start dealing with those things on the other planes, unfortunately. Fuck.
I mean, that's what you're really doing.
I completely forgot about that. I'm so glad I didn't forget that over these 9 months. I would have been pissed.
You're like, and I love Roland's answer because it still fits. I'm going to start working with those from the other planes.
That's the startup of the
That is the great
that's...
fucking cover story.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
And your mother's like, oh, how are you working with them?
And I got fuck bitch. Okay. I don't want to just say. I almost just said with magic. That would have been stupid.
Yeah, that may have been the stupidest thing you've ever said. It would have been gold.
I know. Well, finally, I've learned how to summon them a bit more permanently.
Summon what? The people from the other planes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they take offense to that?
Not if you give them things.
Oh. Your father agrees. Makes sense to him.
Perhaps the stone maidens of the earth planes from the books that I read when I was a child.
Are they pretty?
Well, Torad modeled Mother after them.
They gotta be gorgeous.
So they look like the backside of a horse.
With tits.
They look like the backside of a horse. Thicker than oatmeal. Paul, I'm
Alright.
getting uncomfortable with this conversation.
Okay. Well, he's very impressed with your great
Wizarding.
sex bed work.
No, not the sense bit.
And you can make a diplomacy roll to see if you want to try to
Oh yeah,
convince
that's
them of
right.
anything. You can make another one.
Oh yeah, I forgot. If I give them something really good, because I thought about it, but I don't know if I want to or not. If I give them something really good, would it give me a bonus?
You got a bonus for what you've given them.
All right. Well, then I'll do it anyway. Since I've got no other use for it. He was going to give his both of them, each one of the mithril bars.
Hot blistering basalt.
Weren't
You
those
love
all
your
of our
family,
mithril
dude.
bars to split?
No, he bought
Oh.
these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm not going to use them. I don't think. So.
Suckwin, succotash. All right. All right, your father. All right, that definitely gives you a +10.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking 2 mithril
Plus the
bars.
armor.
Plus the 5 from the armor.
The armor's worth more than the bars.
Plus the 5 from the necklace, I'm assuming.
You are a good son. You are a good son. That's all I got to say. What
back
else
in the
can
wheel.
I say? I think I'm going to rewrite the family books and say you will burn first. Burn first.
Holy shit, he didn't think he did that good.
You didn't. I'm just trying to express how much it matters to me.
Okay. That's really fucking big for a dwarf.
But I tell you what, you keep this up, you will be. You are on the path, my son. This is the right path. I have raised you well. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And visit more often.
Whatever we're doing, slamming our head against the brick wall.
Yeah. Now, did you want to try to convince them to do something? Because you got a high enough diplomacy roll with that. Depending on what you want them to do.
Yeah.
Alright.
He wants them to actively, well, not like go out in the streets and shout about it, but like whenever it comes up, just like very fervently, try and get a lot of attention up north. Try and get a lot of attention on the drow shit going on. The drow infiltrating, and about how the Lyceum is putting a stop to it.
All right. He will. In fact, he's going to even mention, try to bring it up to his friend, the legate of the senator.
Hell yeah.
And see if he can't get Athul's attention to look northward.
That'd be
If
good.
they ever stop fucking with Zadmir and the Golden Panther.
Yeah, right?
Well, Zadmir, I mean, they can just stop.
And he'll tell him this is the perfect time, because Athul, they're getting bored with their new current enemies. They need a new one.
Getting bored. Yeah.
And I'm a little bit worried they might decide to just, for the shits and giggles of it, start shit up with Reisha again. They'll just... they fucking beat the fuck out of Caldor to the east, beat the fuck out of the Going Bad to the west, and then they just stop. They're just like a fucking mad dog just sitting there waiting for somebody to pass by so they can bite them in the ass. And they're like, you know what, I'm just going to run across the street and just bite this my neighbor in the ass. See what happens. So yeah, alright, very good. He's going to mention it and pass it on. You've convinced him. Your mother is going to try to convince people too. In fact, on every shipment of coins, she's going to add a little wooden placard that says, "Drow coming, beware."
You know what? That's good. I like it. Whatever.
They look behind themselves. What the fuck?
And the fucking goddamn brink security guy will open it up. They'll just spin around like, "Motherfucker, they're here." Okay. All right. How long do you stay with them in Sharon?
A couple days. He'd probably. Where's his sister at?
Which one?
The one that isn't in the Zadmir.
Okay.
'Cause he's never actually seen her go perform, and he wants to do that.
All right. The Great Valley Yodeler.
What?
Yes.
Valley Yodeler?
The Valley Yodeler.
Your sister's got a stage name, dude. She doesn't just do life without asking you.
Oh, that's not her stage name.
No, that's what she's called in bed.
Yeah, I was
Right.
about to.
Yodele, yodele, yodele.
Man, if any of your family was alive, I could make fun of them.
Okay. Ryla Big Booby.
I think that's her official name.
That's mom's official name.
All right. Her stage name is Ryla Ricola.
Indeed.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay.
And you go see Ryla Ricola. Cost you 2 silver.
So she is in Sharon then.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. That's
That's where our permanent troop is. They travel occasionally.
Okay.
They're really not right now because of the war.
And then So I'm assuming she's fantastic.
She's great. And so is her little dove.
Huh?
Little
You don't
dove
remember?
dove.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
That's fine with him. He doesn't care.
Yep. They're both very good. And she meets you afterwards. She's very impressed. Do you have a gift for her?
Give me a minute.
Let me check my sheet.
I had something in mind when I was thinking about this, but I forgot what it was. Give me a second. Son of a bitch. Yes. That.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He would give her the little vial. This isn't a vial, because it's small enough, I guess. The 2 smidgens of dragon's blood.
You're giving her dragon's blood?
Yeah, he say it's for good luck.
Okay. She'll take it. She'll look at you like you are one creepy motherfucker.
He'd shrug.
And then you tell her it's dragon's blood. She's like, oh, okay, that's cool.
He'd try to say, I don't own very many girly things.
I got a gift for you. It's 2 vials of blood. With a bow on top.
It is creepy. He admits it's creepy. I mean, I didn't think that through at all, so it's fine.
No. Once she finds out there's dragon's blood, that's pretty cool. She asks you if it's from a real dragon.
Yeah.
From a real dragon.
Yeah.
How do you know? Have you seen one?
Several.
Because I know her.
Where have you met a dragon?
I see him. It's not untrue. It's not untrue.
Okay. Well, she's very impressed then, and she's very impressed by the gift. Do you want to convince her to do anything? Or make a diplomacy check for anything? Her
Same.
or Lanashra Cutnapper?
Same thing. Just spread the word. Spread the word.
Spread the word, spread the word. Okay. Right. She's got a brilliant plan. She's going to paint Lanashra blue.
That's a horrible plan. On the other hand, that's a great plan. Just depends on whether or not you think it's a good plan or not. Yeah, okay.
Right. Are you going to make a diplomacy check?
Oh, yeah. Son of a bitch. Yeah, it'll make everyone's tokens bigger on this map, so it's easier to find. That non-committal noise.
Any fucking day. Alright. That with the beautiful gifts, she's very impressed. And yes, she is going to definitely try to help spread the word for you. If you want, shall I ask you how important this really is to you?
Very. It's not important to him. It's important to the whole world.
And what's the message you really want? What's the message you really want to get out there? What effect do you want?
Send aid to Lyriel. Send aid to Lyriel to fight the Dragon Persian. There you go.
And so I ask you if this is something that's actively happening, like that's publicly known.
He said that he would say just straight up, give it like a month, and everyone will be talking about it, if that.
Okay. Do you tell her about anything that's happened?
About the Drow and Lyriel, nothing else.
Nothing else?
Oh, and in or Ball too.
Do you talk about what things that have recently happened in Lyriel?
Yes. What things? Besides the drought?
I don't know.
Like the
I don't
things that
know.
are the attack and all that stuff?
Yeah, I thought that was covered in the drow.
Okay, that's what I want to make sure. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
so she tells you, if you'd like, she has a brilliant idea, but it's going to cost money.
Okay. How much?
What you need is you need to commission a custom work of stage play. Reenacting the rise of the Aristal Dragon.
I like it. I like it. I was actually thinking about that, but I didn't think she'd
And the
know how to
attack
do that.
of the evil drow from something that sounds really evil and dark. Something like the Dark City or something.
Shadow City.
How about the Shadow
Sister
City?
City.
How
Sister
about
City.
the Shadow City?
Sister
No,
City is what
that's
it's actually
too
called.
corny.
How about the Shadow City?
Okay.
How about the Shadow City? Just fucking do the Shadow City,
All
goddammit.
right. Great. And Lacia's going to be the drow matron. And she'll ask you, is there such a thing as a red-headed drow?
There wasn't at the place, or
Okay.
at the thing.
That's all right. They'll just paint her hair with semen. She'll be fine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. Don't be too perverted. It's just going to be horse semen.
There you go.
There you go. Okay. All right. So if you would like to commission the work, she has a writer and a director that works with the troupe and all, and she can get this set up and they can start doing it, and it'll promote a message of awareness in an entertaining way. It'll be a quote-unquote non-fictional story that's exaggerated about the evil drow attacking poor Lyriel and the rise of the hogs. And they rode in on the back of a dragon.
Yes,
There you go.
do it.
Okay. All right. She needs 200 gold.
Okay.
All right. Commission propaganda. You are a fucking American through and through, good sir. Okay. And then you head home. Good job.
No, Lyceum, remember?
Oh, yeah, the Lyceum. Okay. Deduct 300 gold.
200.
300 if you're teleporting back.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Didn't
And
you
don't
buy a
forget-
dram of the liquid mana?
Yeah, I
Well,
already
he's
bought
buying
I
it each
bought-
time he does this.
No, I said a long time ago I bought 25 fucking
Oh.
drams.
Oh, well then take off. Yeah, just take off drops. Okay, make sure you did
So-
the one going there too. So now going back, and you're back to Lyceum. Okay, good. Okay.
I'm down to like
All right.
20, I think.
All right. So I think you're set. So that's the end of the first month. Okay, so now we should be able to start fast tracking shit.
Oh, there were some things I needed to make sure got said during the first month. One
Okay,
thing,
yeah.
I read the con book.
Trying to think here. Let's see.
There's plenty of time. Mostly what I did was just dragons, and then for a week I went and did my bullshit with my barony.
Can
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so can I add up that? It's an inherent bonus to con plus
Yes. Yes. You read your con book. All right, so that's done. Yeah.
When
so
one. Yay!
when we
Amazing.
when we get to the point in the timeline when Sollyn wants to be doing whatchamacallit, duels,
Uh-huh.
since we'll be relatively far enough along from now by then, and since I'm so close to the next level, can Sollyn have leveled up by then, or
It depends. I mean, he's not. If he's been mostly at the Dragon's Place, he's not going to level up in the first month.
well, not in the first month, no, but he'll also be spending some time traveling. He'll probably when he gets a chance and he sees Rolun again, he'll he'll ask Rolun, hey, when you go to visit Katrina the next time in Ter New Heth, can you bring me with you? I've got some business I'd like to work on there.
And Rolun says nothing. He's
Okay.
asleep. Poke him in the ass harder.
Dude, I'm so sorry. I was reading something. What'd you need, Kyle?
Sollyn's going to ask you the next time you go to Terranu to visit Katrina if he could come with you. He's got some business he'd like to accomplish there, and he could pay for the return back.
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Kethix would like to go as well. She wants to go to Ternuheth.
Okay. Sollyn may need to find a different time to do it.
Yeah, she's watching your ass, man.
What's Kethix's opinion on slavery?
Probably not good.
You really need to ask that.
Ask her.
I don't want to ask her. It's not illegal or evil.
It isn't.
No. She was raised by someone that was born a slave and fucking hates it, and someone that doesn't like it because of his religion. But I mean, she
It's
probably
not his
is okay
religion,
with
it's
it.
his personal choice.
I mean, it's not religion. So she just probably doesn't think highly of it. You could ask.
If it's slavery for personal gain, she probably is definitely not going to like it.
Well, I mean, they benefit. They get land and place to live.
Actually, they don't. That's...
Yeah, they don't get land; they get a roof
They get
and food.
They have land they
And
cannot be
clothes.
killed on.
They get my dick. Every night.
Well-
Is learning spells from a spell book the same way as learning spells from scroll? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I don't.
I'm
we'll
about to
tabletop
start.
that one for now,
Okay.
then.
I'm,
Alright.
I'm about to start learning.
Well, it doesn't matter.
spells.
Just Kethix does say that she wants to go to Ternuheth, maybe to Athul. She's not sure. But she
Okay.
needs to get some... She has some work she wants to commission and from people.
Okay.
So,
Sollyn would also, at some point, probably before the fighting begins, go to Farron Falls and try to convince or talk to his family there and see if any of them would like to come to this settlement and
Okay.
possibly help him govern it when he's not there.
all right, so that's going to be after the first
Hills.
month. We'll fast track that. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so that'll be after the first month. All right, so,
Well, they're in Farron Falls in Farron Hills.
yes.
Did I have time to read something else during the first month, or was I?
No, that's it.
Okay,
First
I did
month
like
is over.
one thing. Okay, that's fine.
That's
Whatever.
fine. Our first month is over. Get ready to do for the rest of your month. So we're gonna start fast tracking now. Make sure to list any side things you want to do, and we'll just resolve them quickly, narrate them. But little trips and things like that we can do as well. So it doesn't have to be just downtime events. It can be any action. But definitely try to figure out what you want to do, and we're just gonna try to do it somewhat quickly. I'm gonna everybody take a break though, or if you want, I'm going to take a break for 5 minutes, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Are you doing something special with the spell Wish? That like, if you did it, if you like cast it, or you get someone to cast it for you, or something, is there like a cooldown or something?
You mean like when they can do it again? Or-
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what you mean. I mean, a cooldown now, huh?
Okay.
Why?
I might try something.
Okay.
And I don't want to fucking get into it and have you like mess with the rules while I'm trying to do it.
Okay. That's okay. I can change impromptu on the fly.
No. Don't do that. I don't want to
That's
do
not what I
that.
want.
Okay. So, are you done on your pillar of faith there, Kurtal?
It's the general idea.
Okay, good. I'm bringing you back to the group.
Yeah, just let me know what you think of it.
And let me take a look. All right. Let's see. Donation boxes, money, food, clothes. Okay. That's you, Sire. Okay. Okay. Looks very good. What do you want to buy out the section neighboring you? That is always an option too if you want more room.
It's something I would consider if I got more parishioners, but as it stands, I don't have any reason to yet.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Let's see. All right. Sorry, you don't need to be there. Okay. So, what we'll do is to finish this month, we're going to quickly just go ahead and do the rest of the dragons that hatch this month. Okay. Okay, the other copper hatches. We already did that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On Abadius the 26th.
Kyle, you here?
Yep.
Okay, making sure.
Make note, boy.
Exactly.
Before Mama Necro pounds you up the face.
No, don't be like that, Necro.
Nah.
Okay. Let's see. So. Let's see.
It's just the red to roll, man. I think.
God, I might be using some of my lesser entwinings to make sure that there's enough food for these little dragons.
Okay, on Abadius the 26th. Yes, by the way, that's going to be an issue. Thank you for bringing that up. Both brass eggs hatch on the same day.
Yeah, I remember that. When you were rolling, it's like, God damn.
Okay.
Oh. I want to hold out for the bronze so bad. Everyone's getting one.
Which ones are the brass again?
They're by the bottom.
Oh, no, I know where they are. I was trying to remember what their thing was.
They're socialites.
They're the socialites.
Oh god, that's not me. That's not me.
The aristocrats.
I can see Lealda getting real close to them. Lealda and Sapunia, really.
An aristocrat.
We all done me a little bit. Yeah.
Let's see.
And then
Let's see. Brass. Poof. And poof.
Yay!
Let's see. Fucker 1. Uh-oh. And fucker 2. Fucker 1, fucker 2. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right there. Here.
Okay. So the first one that starts hatching takes 3 hours and still not out of the shell. It seems to be having trouble getting out.
Would we know that that's a problem?
This was also the egg
That was dropped?
That was dropped and grabbed and dropped by the Drider.
Okay, let's see here. What can I do? I have some stuff. Brass, like fire.
Can you not mage hand it?
They're heavier than 5 pounds.
Well, like, mage hand some of the little bits of edge.
There's no bits eggs. It hasn't broken. I'm gonna try to help it out. I'm just trying to see if there's a good way I can do it other than just trying to poke it, sort of thing.
You just to assist it. Just make a. I guess a heal check.
Yeah, let Kurtal do that before I poke it in the eye.
Nah, bro, let me.
To assist the dragon as it hatches.
I will help.
I will try to assist Kurtal because I had a +2. Okay, Roland's assisting Kurtal.
Okay. Alright. Okay, Kurtal. It gets another chance. Get out of there, you ugly fucker, duckling, with a +4. And it makes it. And finally, the little brass fucker comes out with its big pan head. I think brass has the pan head. And it looks around. And immediately blows fire right at you.
Of course.
I was up with the heal, so I'll be here.
But it's alright. It's only 2 inches wide and 22 inches long. Okay. Does anybody particularly want the brass dragons? To
It's
try?
really bad because they're all great, but I wanted to hold out for the gold dragons.
Sollyn will try.
Well, can't you get
You
more
already
than
got
one?
one.
Can't you get more than one?
You can, but I'm just asking if anybody particularly wanted this dragon.
I just like.
What about Sapunia? Make sure you're including her. Jesus, words are hard sometimes, guys. Words are real hard.
Maybe
sometimes.
one of them bonds with one of the goblins.
I'm assuming that
That's terrible,
Sapunia
yeah.
will be taking care of all the babies. So, but as for specifically her, yeah,
Well,
I
I'd
guess
definitely
so.
try to include her. I mean,
Yeah. All right.
Sapunia's been great. She's part of the cabal.
Okay. Everybody likes Sapunia.
I'll
It's
help.
true. Oh,
Okay. First one seems to bond to Sapunia.
Is that the one that had more struggling getting out of the egg? Because
Yes.
Sollyn would have definitely not gone for that one.
Yeah, fuck that one. Which, do a 1 die 100 somebody, Fake Keeper, to see if that was male or female that had trouble getting out. Okay.
Of course, it was the girl.
Where's it was?
Makes sense.
Yep, so Sapunia would take that one.
All right, I want. You know what? I like this thing. I'm just gonna be friendly to it. Not
Sapunia
that friendly.
befriends the fuck out of it.
Not that friendly. All right, so you got 2 of them. Fuck you.
no, I'm not gonna. Ilaria, Sollyn starts trying to mosey up against the second one. Ilaria's
trying
trying
to-
to stop him.
He's just trying to make friends. Why are you trying to
I
be mean to
know.
Sollyn?
She
Everyone's
trusts you
being
for the
mean to
most
someone.
part, but
Apparently
she
not.
doesn't
I'm
want
just
you
try-
to. She doesn't want you to corrupt 2 of them, dude. Like that's the thing. If you're going to corrupt them,
I'm not
if
corrupting
you
them.
are, she
Who
doesn't
said
know.
he's
If
corrupted
you
one
would,
of them?
she's trying to stop you from doing it.
Jesus, John. Now we know your true colors because
Yeah.
Hey,
Sollyn's been nothing but good so
Okay.
far.
she knows you're the way you think, and because she used to think similarly.
Okay. So, Sapunia. Well, we spent a lot of time with all of them. Let's see, who else is spending time? Let's see. Ilaria.
Sollyn's gonna be spending a lot of time in town because he's working on his barony.
You're with those dragons now, bitch. You gotta take care of them.
Okay, and, alright. And for the second one, the male?
Yeah, that's what Sollyn was rolling for, but I'll
That's
do it
what
again.
that's what this 19 roll was.
Okay.
I'm gonna be nice this one too.
Okay.
Oh, I'm nice as fuck. Fuck you, Sollyn likes me. I'm just being nice to it.
Do you want me to roll again? Because that 19 was supposed to be for the second one. I can roll again if you'd like, though.
Okay. Yep. You say the 19 was for the second one?
Yeah, it was supposed to be because I saw that it bonded to Spoon. But basically, it's more of an interference
Okay, that's
roll.
fine.
I'm trying to interfere with
She's trying to
Sollyn getting
dig
a second.
Sollyn
I
over.
am. I feel bad as a person out of character. In character, I don't.
Ilaria, I've been nothing but good thus far.
You still sound evil as shit.
Whoops.
That's just my voice.
Yeah.
No, we all bonds with it by arm
No,
wrestling.
I got the...
Son of a bitch.
What the hell is her charisma modifier? It's probably... It might be +3, too. I don't know. Yeah, so, alright, so that roll does stand. Okay. So, 19. Okay. So,
Can my 19 to be an aid to Lealda?
Jeez,
Or rather, a detriment to Sollyn, so I guess.
Ilaria, that's...
it's so fucked up, bro. Laria.
It is pretty fucked up.
You almost said Roland. Screw you.
Alright, Rolun,
Well,
do you want Rolun to have, the brass, or are you holding out for the bronze?
I'm with the bronze.
Okay. So,
Which
will
would
you,
fucking
So you don't
No.
mind if it Lealda takes precedent, Eminence?
Yeah, sure. I don't care.
Alrighty. Great. Interesting.
When does Ilaria go to the Lyceum to work with the guard?
Pretty soon. I've done all I can.
Alright. Alright, I need names for these fucking little rodents.
Yeah, good luck. I've done my part.
I already have the date picked out for my bronze one too. I already have it all planned out.
Let's see. Name is alright, Lealda's gonna call her brass one.
What the fuck? A Neil? A nail?
Let's
Some
see
type
what,
of brass.
let's see what the fantasy name generator comes up with. Their stupid shit.
That's not.
Good luck.
That's not what I'm gonna do.
Alright.
How about Alvi?
It's good.
It's flying dancer.
How do you spell that?
It is for flying. The word for fly is Austrat, A-U-S-T-R-A-T, and dance is Vaeri, V-A-E-R-I. So Alve, A-U-V-A-E.
A-U-V-A-E. Ave.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that if Lealda asked about what the copper dragons are like, or fucking whatever brass dragons are like, she would be into the fact that they are the socialites.
Okay.
I want to teach you how to properly dance, the way the elves did back in Equethia.
Alright, so that one's named is... That's hers. And Ave. Alright. Nice. Got that. Okay, and then Sapunia's is... That's it. Okay. Okay. Harem Tiorantir. Okay. Okay. Oh, not Pierma. Add an A to that, sorry. Okay, there we go. For the female one. There we go. That works. Good. Boom. Wow. You guys are getting this shit down. You guys are going to have a lot of fucking dragons on your hands.
Sollyn will care for them as though they were his own.
Kurtal is furiously
use
summoning
their-
food.
And then use them as your.
We give Sollyn so much shit for something that he hasn't really done.
Yeah, I don't understand. I've never been evil, like, overtly, like, anything real terrible.
I mean, every time we've come up to like a difficult situation, you've kind of done the, not necessarily selfish, but like the logical, quote unquote, logical thing, which is usually evil.
Yeah.
Ilaria knows. She used to think that way.
It's
That's
not
why
my
she doesn't
fault the
quite
best
trust you with
solution
them.
is the one you guys don't like.
I mean, I get it.
Alright, so
Okay,
now
so
you
what if I
got
have to kill a couple
dragons
bad guys?
running around everywhere, just fucking having heyday. The goblins are in crisis mode. They're fucking
Yeah.
being outnumbered rapidly. And
Oh.
it's all Pookie's fault.
Uncle,
Boogie's playing with her dragon. She's sending hers to chase her kids.
Yeah. Get him, get him.
I meant to ask you, about what age would a young Drider graduate from candlelight program and become a actual student?
Whatever the minimum age is for their race. So it would be essentially the minimum age minus whatever the early start would be if they have the early start trait.
Okay, well, I don't know what traits he has because...
It's a one age category lower.
110 is... He's gonna be there a fucking long time.
Yeah.
He's gonna be the best fucking candlelight.
Yeah, he'll be there for probably a few years.
Because he doesn't become in a drow or Driders wouldn't become adults till 110 years old.
Right.
Which I know you run differently.
Well, no, he'll be an adult. But, I forgot to do the other one.
Yeah, Ilaria came in at like 106, I think she was. So.
Yeah.
Because right now he's, what, 14, 15-ish in actual, like, chronological time, which is about 13, 12, I think, in human equivalent years, with the way Uncle's doing it, with how they develop.
Yeah. Well, they develop physically a lot faster. But it's their social... It's just the long-lived races, they're even emotionally technically considered adults. It's just not to their standards.
Yeah.
You know, you're not... Until you're acting like a fucking old VFW regular. You're not... you're not an adult.
I was just wondering for, like, in case it was pertinent coming up soon.
Yeah. Let's see. It would not be anytime soon. It wouldn't be this year.
Okay.
Yeah, he'd be there for a little while. Okay. So that's what I was checking. Okay, so now we can move on now. Alright. Okay. So.
Welcome, YouTube, to how we have to do extended time.
Yes.
We went through a month faster than it took us to get through 2 weeks.
Much faster. Okay. So the dragons are having a blast. You guys are just getting sorted out. You also are realizing that your giant fucking house and your tent is just taking up their spaces, and you all are getting evicted. You got...
There's room for the houses here.
Let's see. Copper. Let's get this tent out of the fucking way. The goblins are just not happy about this at all.
When are the goblins ever happy about anything?
Fuck these people. Who do they think they are? We were here long before them.
Oh god, let's move it again.
Now. Keep these lit.
Oh no.
Okay, that's not gonna fit there. Alright, this is gonna have to... There you go. That'll work. There you go. You guys set up a second tent too. Fuck it. Room for everybody. The whole tribe's there. Oof. Oh yeah, like these stupid fuckers.
Yeah, now that the brass are in their rooms, we need to keep that entire half of the place pretty warm. So this house is going to be very hot.
Yeah. Except for the other side where it's constantly snowing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Boof. Boof, boof, boof. So, okay. So let us begin the second month now. Beginning with, oh, by the way, just to let you know, at the, let's see, Kethix, at some point. Lets everybody know, she does ask Rolun if he can take her to go get her things at some point next time he goes to Turnu Hethanol. When does he plan to do that? Or Thul?
A fool or Turnu Heth? What the fuck danger is she talking about?
She needs to go to Turnu Heth or Thul.
I guess the fool, I guess, sure.
Okay, do you plan on going there soon?
I guess we could travel back physically. I could save some money.
Okay.
Back to Eclipsia, so I could buy some fucking spells.
Well, Ilaria, if she says to everyone, Ilaria is about to head back to Lyceum, so if Kethix wants, we can stop by in a Thule and then travel.
I'm going with you.
Okay. And
Did anybody, or did Rolun or Katrina actually get the books Kurtal asked about?
There were none.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Are you guys going back to Eclipsia?
Yeah,
Sollyn-
I told you. I need to check on my assignments.
Sollyn would ask you to pick him up some scrolls while you're there. He'll give you the money.
What scrolls? Like blank ones?
Mhm.
Oh.
Not blank
Spell
ones,
scrolls, my
spell
dude.
scrolls.
Oh, okay. What?
I'll
Give
write
me a
them out
list.
for you. I'll write them out for you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys are teleported. Okay.
No.
Oh no, you're not.
Oh yeah,
She wants to
Ilaria
go
will.
through with the. Okay, you're gone. All right,
It's
Kathy.
gonna take a month to get to a Thule.
Yeah.
She's not lying, dude.
Well, fuck that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're so far right now.
There will be one thing that Kurtal's going to ask you to do if you're going to Lyceum.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to rummage through the chest that he got and pull out the spiked chain that we got from the Goth Rider.
Mm.
Okay.
Just try and sell this. I know that it's nice to have around and all that, and it looks great, but none of us can use this without cutting our own heads off.
Well, I could use it. The other could probably. But
You know how to
if you
use
want
spiked
to,
chains.
not
Don't be surprised.
relatively simply. I mean, they're martial weapons, right? Or are they exotic?
They are exotic weapons.
It's hard as
Oh.
fuck.
Okay. And Ilaria probably wouldn't say that.
Yeah. That's why I was like, dude, what exotic weapon feat did you take?
I
that
thought they were
you're never
martial. I mean,
using?
it's
They're exotic martial. But
They
they're
are
not
martial for
martial.
certain class archetypes.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. No. They're fucking exotic shit, dude.
There's also
Okay.
the fact that we still have some of Clement's things, which I wanted to ask if anybody wanted. Otherwise, I was just going to put them on.
Such as.
Boots of Escape and Cape of the Eagle.
I want the cape.
Boots aren't really my style.
Really?
Marty wearing boots.
He does have little stockings.
Yeah, you do.
Hello, boys.
But
So if we're all
Yeah,
to
sure.
transform into an eagle, yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. So yeah,
what-
Jeff, we can go to Thule. Yes, we can stop in the Thule if you want.
Okay.
If you've
She
got
needs to
600,
find
if
somebody
you've
that
got
can
six,
make magic items.
he just looked at it for a second. I can do that.
Can you make magic weapons?
No.
Can you make magic armor?
I know
Maybe.
someone that can do that.
Let me see. I don't know if I got the feat or not.
Can you make holy armor?
Yeah, I get it. Fine, we'll go to Thule.
So you need a divine crafter is what she's asking.
Well, she don't know. She wants to know what they can do.
He'd tell her that, she's just 600 gold. Hell yeah, he'll go. Otherwise, or not 600, 300, excuse me.
Well, actually, you know what? If nobody's making a trip to either of those places, she'll...
Hello, am I talking?
No, John,
I
you've
am
been
making a
quiet.
trip.
Uh-huh.
I've already said that I can take her to a Thule if she wants.
Right, but is anybody going there?
Yeah, I'm about to head back to the Lyceum, so it's not like that far out of the way.
I wish she had caught me before I went and visited his fucking parents.
Well, it's... Yeah, but it's, you know, like an extra teleport.
Or I can travel back by land. It's only like 3 days, 4,
Okay.
at most a week. That's not terrible. It's not like
No.
we're traveling the land from here.
Okay. Alrighty, so, okay. Yeah, so, Sharon's fine.
Okay.
So yes.
And do you have room for Egbert? Egbert wants to go with her.
Yeah, I
Use the
can
muscle, dude.
take a couple people. See how many people I can take.
Alright.
Take.
Roland will say that
I
to
don't have it
Kethitz-
set.
Jesus, fuck beans!
God damn it! We told you to cut that down.
They are.
Rolun will tell Kethitz that if she plans to stay more than a day, so to get armor, search out something to make armor, something like that, ask for the Stoutbit family home and tell them Rolun sent you.
Okay. Well, they definitely are now, since you're going to Sharon. They're going to go up to Pernan with her and Egbert to check out the old Bahamut temple there.
Okay, cool. I can take 3 people back. At one point during this month, I talked to Leold and Zapunia about potentially taking a trip to Aqueth. Do either of them seem interested?
Yes. Both.
Okay. I'll tell them I'll come back for them once I square away some stuff at the Lyceum.
All right. Yeah.
Unless one of them wants to come back to Lyceum now, it's up to them.
Nope.
All right, Ilaria, teleport me.
You want me to teleport you to Sharon?
Oh, no.
I can bring you with. I can...
No, I don't have business in Sharon anymore.
Okay, that's fine. I can take up to 3 people, so...
All right, I'm going to Lyceum.
All right. Okay. 1 die 100 checks.
I posted the stuff
All right,
up there.
Ilaria. Okay, Rolun. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. Kyle posted the scroll things for you, Tucker.
They're up above John's massive wall of text.
All
try.
all of them?
All 3 of those, yeah. Or all 5 of the other spells, yeah. They're only 150 each.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, well, yeah, 2. I didn't think that. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And he'll
so-
he'll give you 3,000 gold to spend on those.
Ilaria? Poof. You make it to Sharon. Okay. Kethix thanks you. And ask where you're going to be staying. Like, are you going back home, or where are you going to ultimately be, once they're done here?
Well, I'll stay with them for now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So she goes to several temples there, talks to people,
Mhm.
and then
I'll introduce her to the few temples, right? Yeah, she was there with the Bahamut temple. No, she wasn't. I introduced her to those people.
Yeah. And yep, she goes up there. Egbert is very excited to see this old temple, the humans, and yeah, he learns from them a little bit about Bahamut. And Kethix commissions to have some armor done. With some holy magic in it.
Cool.
Once she learns what they can do. Okay. Alright, so let's see. Travel from there to there. Okay, so you're in Sharon for a day, and then you go to Pernan. It takes a day to get there. A little less. You spend the day there. Alright, so 2 days, and then you can teleport away for the 3rd day. You'll have to come back unless you want to stay there while they're working. But it could take up to a week.
I think we're rather reluctant to leave Kethix alone again.
Yeah.
She's not in Bert. She'll be fine.
I don't really trust Egbert completely. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with her.
Alright.
Egbert is the kind of guy who I would describe as meaning well.
Well, he may not be Egbert. That's what Ilaria's afraid of.
Well, that just freaked Egbert out. It's like
Yeah.
total inception going on.
Yeah.
Egbert, you may not be yourself. Who the fuck am
Anyways,
I?
you saw what I wrote in chat, right? I took all the shit that people want to sell, and I'm gonna put it on consignment or sell it for them.
Okay, yes.
Hey, Uncle, I've got
Yeah.
something in my inventory that I was curious about.
Yes.
It's called a potion utility belt. Would that work the same way as Ilaria or Katrina's scroll case?
It's just a belt that it's right there. It's not considered stowed away, the items. You can easily get them.
Yeah.
Okay. It was one of the things, because if I wanted to keep my potions on hand, that'd be a really good way of having them ready for anyone else who needs them.
Right, yep. That's pretty much, yeah.
Okay, and as it's getting put on consignment, a +1 flaming spiked chain would be 4,000 or 6,000 GP.
I don't know, what's the +2? Is flaming a +1 enhancement?
Flaming is a +1.
All right, so
it's
it'd be
+2 total.
So it'd be +2 total, plus the masterwork cost of the weapon.
And masterwork cost is an exotic weapon.
300 plus the cost of the weapon.
So +2 total is base price is 8,000.
I thought it was 4,000.
It says here on the SRD +1 2,000, +2 8,000.
Well, that's what it is then. Okay.
Okay, so ask Ilaria to, when she goes there, sell it for 6,000 or 55, whatever she thinks would be a better offer at the time.
Okay. So, all right. She gets some armor done up, and you guys wait. It takes a week for that to happen, so you lose a week in month 2, and then you teleport back to Eclipsia. That's 600 gold, or 2 drops off now, and a 1 die 100 for the teleport back to Eclipsia, please.
Yeah. Can I make some rolls for the time that we've been doing?
What have you been doing in that time?
Learning Eclo. I've been doing this entire
Okay.
time since the beginning. So let's see, part time. So I probably have 2 for the first month.
Not for the first
Then-
month. You're busy.
I did literally nothing other than the Baroness thing.
Yes, that took all your time.
Okay, and then I'll do one now. This gets a +10.
Okay.
27. That's
27.
enough for 1 because I have the book.
All right.
Jesus.
Okay. Then you guys go back. All right. So let's go ahead and finish the rest of your second month. You have 3 weeks left. Do you want to just study Aqua, or what are you doing? I know you're going to put stuff on assignment, but that's a casual action.
I want my sheet to close real quick. Then I go to the Lyceum.
Okay. Tucker, 1 die 100, please.
Cringe with another amount of money I have to spend.
Uncle, just casually mentioning to you here, Sollyn hasn't done anything month 2 yet. I'm
I know.
waiting for everyone else to
Yeah.
get their stuff.
Son
Okay.
of a bitch. John, how much more liquid mana do you have? I know you didn't have that much.
I bought a bunch last time we were there.
How much?
Did everybody remember to deduct the amount for the down payment on the house?
Yes, I have.
It was like,
Aces.
yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I can't
No, I
remember
didn't.
what it was
How
the
much
last
is
session
it?
I did, but
No, I didn't. How much is it?
2347 GP, 7 silver, and 7 copper.
I had gotten 5 charges of liquid mana, 5 smidgens.
Okay, 2, 3, 4, 7 GP, and what was it? Because I think I missed it on somebody.
2,347 GP, 7 silver, and 7 copper.
And that's more than the down payment by a little bit, just so you know.
Okay.
Because rounding.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. All right. So you arrive in Eclipsia. What would you like to do for the rest of the 3 weeks?
Send me the whole list, Kyle.
Okay. First, I'm going to casual action first week to put all my crap on some consignment. We can do that later if that's alright, or you want to do it now?
We'll probably do it at the end of this month, but yeah, we'll go ahead and just say you did that as a casual action.
Okay, what week is this so we know?
It would be the start of the first
Okay, Uncle.
week of the second month.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm alright.
I don't know what month that is, so let me do a bunch of math because I don't even know where we are. Calendar, where the fuck is the calendar? World info, probably.
Okay, second month is cholesterol.
Okay, so we started from Abadius. Okay.
Yeah. So that's 1 weekend. So technically, we're offset 1 week late for every month, or 1 week early. So.
Okay. Okay. Week.
Oops.
Yes, I'm doing that. I try to get a hold of Rolun, and then through the chain get to or whoever to speak about a diplomatic mission to Aqueth, to talk to them about the drow incursion and what's happening, and try to give them a heads up and all that sort of stuff.
Are you asking for an actual assignment to Aqueth?
Well, basically, I'm like, is there going to be a mission, diplomatic mission, to go speak to them about what's happening? And if so, I would like to be on it. Because me and a few of my cabal know people there, so we'll be able to help.
And Pavai's just gonna look at us like, you fucking guys just get into everything.
Well,
Okay.
it doesn't feel like anyone else is doing shit, so we're just like, well, I guess we're doing it all.
Alright, so Rolun, we'll say that, let's see, this will be cholesterol. At the current time, there are no diplomatic missions to Aqueth.
Can we set one up?
You can go there. Is there a reason that the Lyceum needs to go there?
Are we not doing anything about what's happening up north? Literally telling no one about it, we're just sitting on our ass? Is that what's happening?
And that's what you say to Rolun?
Probably first, and I apologize profusely. Sorry, I'm a little touchy about the subject. It's been a hard couple months for us.
What we are or are not doing that you're not aware of may be because you don't need to know.
That is true.
Besides, the elves have been universally isolated from all Horn politics. So I doubt sending diplomats there is going to amount to much. They've never got involved with anything. Unless it's within inside their own borders. Do you have evidence that it's inside their own borders?
Yes, as I've told you about the drow activity near Seafarin.
All right. A diplomatic commission to Aqueth.
Like you said, we can just go there if that's fine. I just figured I'd...
No, if there are drow inside Aqueth, and we have information that could be useful. All right. I will speak to... who would it be? Alright, you'll have to wait here a few days. I'll have to have official letters written, and then you shall be the couriers. If nothing else, that should get you inside some doors, and allow you the opportunity more than anything else to speak with people if you wish.
Thank you, Rolun. I appreciate it greatly.
He nods.
I leave. Okay. For the rest of that time, I'm continuing to learn Aklo and work for the guard.
Okay. Alright. And, alright, so you're going to be working for the guard full-time, I'm assuming, Aklo part-time, or...
Yes.
Okay.
So every 2 weeks I get a role in Aklo.
Alright, so essentially, yep, you can go ahead and do another check, and then you're halfway to another check.
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
Again, plus 10 on this one.
While you're there, you're taken by
Jesus.
Dehern Soper, who's very happy to see you back. That's good.
While you're there, more shit comes up.
We need to start preparing you as soon as possible. Where have you been? Are you done your mission yet? Blah, 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 blah.
Mm.
So, do you tell them that your mission's over and you're ready for active duty? Or are you still kind of busy, but you're just there?
I tell them it's mostly over, that I may be assigned on a brief mission to Aqueth to bring them news of the happenings of the drow in their own borders. And other than that, I don't have much going on.
Dehern will nod and consider that for a moment as you guys are working on whatever the fuck you're doing down there. And he'll consider that and seem busy, and it almost kind of just go off to the side for a little bit. And then it's about a half hour or so later, he'll, out of the blue, obviously he's been thinking about it, he'll say that, we should postpone, if possible, just a little bit. Just until you're ready. I think that would be an excellent trip for you to do with me.
I see. A trip to Request?
Yes, we'll fly there.
I see. I had considered bringing some of my cabal mates. Would that be possible?
Can they fly?
I consider... Probably not.
Well, if you don't want to do that, I'm sure there's something else we can do.
I think this is a good opportunity for us to try. I'll communicate with my cabal and see if I can get one of them to teleport them there and have them meet us.
Good. Alright, he's very happy about that. And he introduces you over the several weeks that you're working there. Most of the time, he's giving you opportunity to get to know the animals, whichever one you want, and to work with them, essentially full-time. He's not really taking a lot of your time. He might take one day a week to go over protocols and just to check in with you. He does introduce you to the Skyguard saddle. Yeah. This is a special, fully equipped thing that has a lot of modifications on it. He's already kind of explained that somewhat before. And it's adapted to fit any of the flying creatures. But this is something you're going to have to be used to equipping and mounting and unmounting onto your mount. Okay. This shows you the general layout of this. He assigned you yours. It's got a lot of boxes and levers and leg guards and things like that. But it doesn't. You don't have any of the standard actual inventory assigned to you yet. You are informed that you will be issued. All of these things will be filled out initially. So you always have the same equipment, and if you use any of it, you must log what you use it for because it's Lyceum property. Yeah.
So if I use it for my own means, not Lyceum business, I'm going to pay for it. And even Lyceum business, I may have to pay for it.
Yes, and you're not supposed to unless necessary.
Yeah, I got you.
Yep. So, okay. And he says he'll equip that with you soon enough. Whoops. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Okay, so... Alright. And he lets you practice putting it on and off a few of the broken animals. Who are you going to be trying to work with mostly?
Then I'd start spending some time also with some griffins.
Okay, great.
So I could be ready to go with that in a reasonable amount of time.
All right, so with flying eagles, as you know, they are highly intelligent. I'm not going to bother going to the map, but you can essentially make a diplomacy check each week to try to establish a rapport with them.
Okay, we do that.
DC to start is 50. -1 per week you spend with them.
Okay.
Well done.
I'm just open up my character sheet because that'll be faster than 30. I'm consistent.
Okay. All right. So generally, it's not going to drop every week, but because it will at first, but eventually it will slow down. I don't have a set system for that. But for now, it's dropped by 3, so you're now down to 47. At what point will you actually be able to make the checks, even have a chance?
Is this for writing your thing?
20.
You're plus 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
We'll go
if I
ahead and
just
roll,
roll
'cause
above a 10...
if you crit, you could hit 47.
Yeah.
All right. So, alrighty. This is
Is this diplomacy to get your animal?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, because you chose the eagles, didn't you?
Yeah, them and the griffins you use. They're not animals. You don't use handle animal. You use teaching and diplomacy.
Yeah, no, I thought you were doing the hippogriffs. That's why I was like, you shouldn't need diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, never mind. That was just me being confused.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and you did your linguistics check. Okay, so that's your second month. All right.
And another casual action, I'm going to try to learn the permanency spell. Actually, no. Casual action wouldn't be trying to enchant my weapon, would it?
You could try and enchant it yourself. No.
Yeah, that'd be more of a... Okay. Yeah. And then the third week, that's what I'll do, since that way it'll make it even for the next month.
Okay.
I will try to enchant weapon using my 50% off I have. That's a spellcraft check, right?
Okay. Yes. Now, is there anybody during the second month that you're going to need a large amount of money that you need to know if anything's sold on consignment, like right now? Otherwise, I'm going to do it at the end of this month. Okay.
No, that seems fine. I have enough for
Okay.
enchanting my weapons. If there's-
You said consignment? Yeah, I've got some stuff.
Is there anything you need right now? Money for?
Need? No.
All right, good. Okay. All right, so John, after, would you rather do the Equethian thing with Sidorn then, Soper, whatever his name is? That's what you're gonna do?
since...
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
so
fine, little.
he contacts Rolun, and they get that set up, and that's gonna be set up for as soon as you feel you're ready to fly. Unless you want to take a test flight with an animal that is technically saddle broken, but to which you have no bond to, which you can if you want.
Yeah, we can wait a little while. I'll try a little bit more on the Eagles and see if I can get one to bond with me. And if not, then maybe the next month after
Okay.
we'll just go.
And I'll let you know there is an alternative. You could always try to research if you want to spend the time to try to find maybe more information about giant eagles and to get an advantage on the bonding.
Okay.
That's an
What
option.
kind of action would that be? Would it be like a casual or a...
Research takes time. At very least, casual is the smallest for a full week, but of casual.
That wouldn't give me
But,
much
you
though
get
if I did
bonuses
that.
based on how many hours you put in. Like if it's part time, you'll
Okay.
get a +2. If it's full time, you'll get a +4 or something like that.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Second month, Kurtal. What are you doing?
I would have had at least one sermon right by this point if there was anybody to actually to attend,
Okay.
and sent Ilaria off with that.
How do you publicize the sermons?
Is it allowed to? This is something I actually forgot to ask. Are we allowed to say what we're going to do? Like, what's the word?
Advertise?
Advertise ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, advertise ourselves near the Pillar of Faith.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's why it's right there at the bazaar. You
All
can
right,
go out there
then.
and walk around, talk to people, do all you want.
You know, then a couple hours beforehand, when Hop is doing his thing, Kurtal will go around and chatter up the people. And if anybody attends, he will give his sermon, preach that they are indeed new religion, so he apologizes for the lack of decor, but he will work to fix that, tell everyone else to, or ask them to speak to others who may want to attend, and if they want to attend next week, he'd be more than welcome to have them.
All right. So you are kind of proselytizing or advertising.
A little bit.
Okay. Would you consider that a part-time action, a casual action, or what?
Probably a part-time action.
That you can do that every week. Just kind of generally do that off and on.
Well, that was for the first week, and then he's going to take a break for a week or two to make sure that the eggs start in development. Like, he's going to be really on the eggs until they're all hatched.
Right. Okay.
And while he's in Lariel, he's going to... How much are rations?
You'll have to check. What are they?
I
5
think they're like-
silver per day or some shit like that? Or 2
I need
silver, or
to-
5 silver?
Yeah. Let me check, because while I'm in Lariel, since if Kurtal's not there, there's no one to summon food. Which you can see where I may be going with this. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, food and drink. I don't need to buy the dragon baby's absinthe. That would go poorly.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The 5 silver pieces.
Okay.
So 100 of them would be 50 gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Kurtal will spend 50 gold, get 100 rations, shrink them down so he could actually carry the shit.
Okay.
And then when he gets back to the den, unshrink it and then explain to Zapunia what these are for.
What's the explanation?
People eat and dragons eat a lot.
All right.
So in case Kurtal is never there and the dragons are hungry, like when he goes out to preach his sermons, he is going to try and bring food back every month or so that she has it for that day.
Yeah. Another thing Ilaria mentioned to Egbert is that we could use food and hunting stuff before I left. So if that's something he wants to help us with,
Okay.
it'd be good. But like, it definitely wouldn't be like a demand. It'd be a like, hey,
Like
this
for the
would help
dragons or
us.
just in general?
I don't know if anyone's mentioned to him that we have dragons yet. He probably knows, but
Okay. Well, no. Okay. Yeah, you don't know whether he knows or not, but some people in town
Yeah.
know.
I haven't
Okay.
told him.
So yes,
Wait.
that will be the part-time action, and then the casual action to go and buy the food, which goes, it's like, go up to warehouse, I need rations! And
Alright.
then full action for the day is to do the whole thing.
All right.
And then for the rest...
Give me 2 diplomacy checks, please.
Yeah.
Are you actually going to have an actual sermon then after you advertise?
Yeah.
Are you going to hold
Like I
that
said,
regularly, or just is that a special time event?
Like I said, I wanted to do it at least bi-monthly.
Okay.
So at the...
And by monthly, do you mean twice a month or every other month? Because it means the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bi-weekly. Or,
Well,
Twice a
both,
month.
both. Okay. Because bi-weekly also
Technically-
means twice a week and every other week.
Technically, it should be bi-monthly and die-monthly, but people don't do that.
Yeah. Is it, you said 2 diplomacy checks?
4. First 2 will be
4?
for the advertisement. Second 2 will be for the actual sermon. Okay.
3... 4...
All right. Very good. All right, Fakekeeper, give me a 1 die 20, please. See if he's attacked by any angry Asmodeans. All right.
Asmodean wasn't one of the ones up there on the pillar.
Do we know that?
Why
It
are
wasn't
Asmodeans going
on
to
the
attack him?
list.
Asmodeans are all about lawfulness.
Well, they'll do it lawfully. They'll get a license first.
A priest hunting.
How much is a license to beat up a noob? Here's 10 gold pieces. I'm gonna go kick some ass. My name is Father Gottfried. Hail Asmodeus!
Yeah. Okay.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Alrighty.
Give me that
You do very good. You actually managed to acquire 3 people who come to your sermons.
Okay.
And
that's
only one is a repeat customer.
Dude, it is a start.
They're very curious about Osira. They don't really know much about her. In fact, they don't even know about her. It's weird. And one of the things you immediately find is you've discovered an adversity to the spread of your religion.
Why
And that
that?
is, it does not relate well to this culture. They are not desert people, they are not jungle people.
But they are people of a strong community.
Yes. So,
And
that does
if
work to your
Paul
benefit.
picks up on that, if he picks up on that, that is what he's going to preach, is that Osira exemplifies, or what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever. She is one for strong communities, strong community bonds. That people are only as strong as the weakest in their link.
You do notice that there is not the idea of a bunch of blooming flowers doesn't take off very well here. It's just a little odd. It's not that they're resistant to it. It's odd to them because, well, they have it's a colder zone here, and blooming flowers are more limited. Not that they don't have it. It's just that it's not a very big flowery culture. It's a more ruffian culture to begin with. And they like mushrooms, not daisies. And but then again, at the same time, some of those are actually like that. It's different. So while it's working against you for the majority, it's an attraction for the minority.
Yep, and Kurtal will allow them to ask him questions freely if they have anything after he does the sermon.
Oh.
Yes, I was involved in the purge of the Drow. Yes, I was there with the Dragon of Air still.
Okay. Alright, you do very good. Hopf manages to bring in an extra 4.
Are they all women?
They're not women. They're all fucking Oliver Twists. And he brings them there to teach them how to do bar magic tricks and how to pickpocket.
Coffee, naughty man.
In the name of Messiah.
And Sollyn's the evil one?
It's not evil if it's religious.
That's right. Exactly. I know it. And, okay. And then he tells them a lot of stories and teaches them a lot of tricks and fun things like juggling and playing games. A lot of them are very young. But they seem attracted to his comical and entertaining style. Okay. Alright, that's the way your months go for the most part.
When was the last time Kurtal visited his fucking wife?
Pia visits him
Yeah.
Well, when was the last time she visited you? Never.
when I
Don't worry
died.
about it.
Oh,
Other than the dragons, you're pretty much done. Is there? You're in Lyrial. How often do you visit home? Because that is a 2-day travel.
How often do I go back to between the two?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, I do 2 sermons in a month.
Mhm.
And I would use the Phantom Chariot spell to make overland travel easier.
Mhm.
Which I'm not sure if it'll be super helpful, but, shave off time.
All right. You get there earlier the next day.
Bonus is a bonus. He would spend 3 days at a time in Lyrial before getting back to the thing.
Okay.
At least, like I said, while the eggs are still incubating, this is the big thing. Once they're hatched and can sort of take care of themselves.
So you don't have a routine yet.
Like I said, 3 days in Lyrial.
3
First
days.
day he proselytizes. Second day he has the sermon
Okay.
and answers the questions. Third day he gets the food and starts heading back.
All right.
Sollyn would inform you that he's spending the majority of his time in Falcon's Hollow, or not Falcon's Hollow. God no.
Shady Bower.
Yeah, Shady Bower for now.
Just so you know,
That's
that
why-
leaves you on average 1 day at home per week.
Well, I'm only going 2 times a month, so
Okay, well that's fine. So every other week you only have a day then.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. All right, and that's what Hoffman's there for, to help you in the first month or so. The second month, he is there manning the station while you're not there. So somebody's always there in the beginning. Right. That helps tremendously, especially with retaining people. Okay. So that's the way that goes. If you want to do any casual actions, if you want to read anything or interact with anybody in town, either town or whatever, think about that. We'll come back to you, but you're pretty much done for month 2. Sollyn, month 2.
Yes.
Go.
Sollyn's going to spend a large part of it working on his barony.
Okay.
He is going to invest some funds into it. He is going to try to recruit people nearby to join, and he's going to talk to Lord Gundabad to see what he can do about putting out the word that Sollyn's barony is recruiting, because I can't think of a better word.
Okay. Sollyn, Lord Gundabad speaks with you. I expect you to take really good care of Spider Hill.
Well, I'd say I'm naturally suited for that. Sollyn chuckles.
Now, if you want to get people to come there and work, this is what I recommend. Depending on how much you want to put into it. Personally, I think you should put everything you got into it. But that's because it benefits me in the long run. But it also benefits you. Here's what I recommend. Offer a homesteader incentive in Lyrial, the city. Go there, post it. The better your offer, at least to start, the more attractive the response. If you want quantity over quality, what you do, I suggest, go to the war-torn regions. There are a lot of refugees. Scoop them up. Relocate them. Offer them safe travel. Find a way to get him here safely. Because that's the biggest barrier to getting refugees here, is they have to travel long distances to get here, depending on where it's at. But they're most likely very willing to relocate. So if you can get advertisements there and a safe passage offer, they'll probably come for a lot less payment otherwise. So that's his 2 recommendations. Alright, he also tells you there's hazards in your domain.
Oh boy.
Are there spiders?
Spider Hill is known for its forest spiders.
I see.
Especially dun, 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 on Spider Hill. Which is a hill about 500 yards outside of fucking whatever the settlement is. Okay?
Well, gee fucking golly there, Captain.
They tend to grow pretty big there. Not as big as you, but they're big. And they've caught whole boars before.
Lyrial
Need to
boards.
train the spiders.
Yes, Kurtal. Well, he never thought of training them before. He just usually kills them. But here's what I'm thinking. You're a spider. I've heard stories about Drider. And you're probably wondering where the fuck has he heard these stories? He didn't even know Drider existed until just like a fucking week ago.
Yeah.
That apparently, if you rub your legs together, you can emit a musical sound.
Sollyn almost snorts up his ale, but composes himself enough not to, or not ale, but whatever he'd be drinking. Probably wine, the fucking
That can
prissy bastard.
hypnotize or mesmerize wild 8-leggers.
I think that might be crickets.
It's possible. I never really believed the story anyway. But I was wondering this.
Since motive to see if you believe the story.
I think you would do a lot better if you could just get rid of all of them. Just kill them all. Because there's a large area where people are afraid to put down a home. It's habitable. Okay, that's what he tells you. Fatekeeper, did you do a 1.20 for me?
Yeah, I got a 16.
Oh yeah. Was that
What?
the old
You
one
told
or
me
the
just
new
you,
one?
you told me just before I left what happened.
Was that for you or no? That's
That
right.
was what you told me to roll.
Okay, cool. And yes, Kurtal.
All right, I'll be right back. I want some ramen.
Okay, cool.
Anything that takes less than 2 hours in a single session, at a single time, you can do as a casual action. For the most part.
Yeah, the spell takes me 15 minutes to repair and then 10 minutes to do, so in 30 minutes I could send a quick message.
Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Kyle, while you're there, when you are leaving, you are, when you're finished having a conversation with Lord Gundabad, you're pulled aside.
By whom?
You were pulled aside by... Where's Shady Bower? There you go. A Lady Liuva. Sollyn, that is your name, yes?
Yes, Lady Luva. How can I help you?
Can you walk with me for a moment?
But of course.
At least 4 times more than you can.
She walks with you off to the side. Sollyn, congratulations on your new barony.
Thank you, Lady.
And
Tips Fedora.
I was thinking that I know you were speaking to my husband about suggestions on how to start your new domain. Anyway, the thing is, here's the thing. She stops and just squares off with you. If you're really interested about making money, there is something you can do that would be very lucrative, if you can arrange it. I know it's been mentioned to you before, but I know that if you can arrange it, it would be quite lucrative for whomever does so. And she will mention, once again, if somebody were willing or somehow to arrange the establishment of a Lyceum Eclipsian post, they probably would get a lot of traffic from Eclipsia through it.
That is actually quite a good idea. I wonder, I might be able to arrange that and actually may work out well with other things that I have going on.
She nods and smiles at you. I'm glad. I didn't want to overstep my bounds. She kind of shrugs awkwardly. But I thought it needed to be said.
Just give me a second. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this. Sollyn will sort of nod and say,
Don't worry about overstepping bounds. In the Darklands where I come from, it's it's a place where you should know your place, but you should also not be afraid to be ambitious.
She smiles.
I will not take it poorly if you choose to lose some court decorum around me. I prefer straight to the point many times.
So does my husband. So do I. But anyway, if you can establish any type of relationship with those here in Shady Power, that would probably benefit everyone as well. Some people here have businesses for which they need materials.
I see. Are you aware of anyone who requires any amount of milling to be done? Milling or any supply of various river fish or crawdads?
Which, by the way, I wanted to clarify, your mill is a grind mill. Because there are lots of different types of mills.
yeah, water meal based grind mill. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I figured. I just wanted,
Yeah. Okay.
or perhaps minor. And what about the ranch? That's like what? Probably pigs.
Yep. Yeah, she'll tell you that some of the ranchers are farmers. I'm reloading Roll20, I forget the name, but the guy with the 2 kids, he has land, and so does Thrasimund. And they have herds, so they would probably appreciate that.
Right. Sollyn will, after this, go bring that up with them. Real quick, OOC. This Lyceum outpost might be a good way to organize a gate, actually.
Yep, that's what I'm doing the next week.
Yep.
It's already planned. A quick question while we're talking OC. How many coins per pound of metal bar? Is it 50?
It's always 50
Yeah.
per.
Okay, so I thought. So these 2-pound bars are 100. That's 100 platinum, which is 100, which is 1,000.
Gold.
No, it's 1,000. Yeah, gold.
Alright.
By the way,
Stupid.
if we do set up a gate, it might actually be better to not set it up in Shady Bower itself, as we don't really want. If we're going to set up as a Lyceum station, we don't necessarily want it right near the dragons where all the wizards are coming through.
It's true.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah, if we do, it'd probably either be in Lyrial, most likely Lyrial, honestly.
Okay.
So Sollyn will, yeah. Anyways,
You want it to be
So
on your
that's
property,
the
I know.
advice you got. So that's the advice you got from them, from the Gundabad estate. Do you go anywhere else, or what else do you do then?
he would go try to talk to the various people she mentioned, the farmers and people who might need a mill or access to fish.
Okay. Do you speak to anybody in particular?
That one farmer whose name we couldn't remember. Trying to see here. Oh, they have a grind mill in this town, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
If you charge them less than the mill in town, that might be worth it. Into it.
So yeah, I will go to
Is that your competition?
the Gunther Ranch. I believe it is. Let's see.
Yes, the Uther Ranch. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And if it's appropriate, like hours on which to, if it's not like 9 o'clock at night or something,
All right.
I'll
Oh,
go
no,
there and try
that's
to
fine.
discuss.
You go have a chat with him. Do you discuss? What do you discuss with him? What's your goal of the discussion?
My goal is to have him bring his business to my barony, which is, I think it's like an 8-mile distance from here. So, and it's probably even closer to the mill because that's on the river. But so that's like what, an hour or so walk
Okay. He will tell you.
or ride.
Do a diplomacy check. Actually, we'll see how well you do.
No, where's Sollyn? He is not on this map. Let me open my character sheet up. That's it. Loads up here. Actually, fuck it, I'm just gonna
I'm back.
welcome back. Ah, not great, but yeah, it's
Okay.
actually not terrible. It's a 15.
What's happening?
Let me think. Okay, Gunthagis. Sollyn is trying to establish business. Or not Gunthagis, Gunther, sorry.
With what?
His barony.
With his mill, grind mill.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
Aw.
Gunther, a pleasure to meet you.
So while you're speaking with Gunther, you're pretty sure you could have done better, but that one little fucking brat kept grabbing the hairs on the back of your legs and pulling on them.
Sollyn would have been very diplomatic about it.
It's only so much you can do when someone's yanking on your fucking hair.
Yeah, he's not gonna like do anything terrible to the kid, but he would have been distracted.
I am not evil because I did not do something terrible to that little bastard. All right.
Little
That
shit.
doesn't make me not evil. That just
Okay.
makes me not an idiot. I
Makes you
just kill a
taller.
kid in the
So
middle of
Gunther's original response is, "Sorry, that's too far out of the way for my land. My land's only a couple hundred meters away from here, for the most part. That's where I graze them at least and corral them." Then he thinks about it for a little bit, and he makes you a counter offer. I would say that if I had some type of assurances that the land were safe, and I was afforded a section of the land to expand my herd upon freely, I could be persuaded to change my supplier.
Well, I'm assuming you are aware of why they call it Spider Hill. And
Yes,
it was
and I
that.
don't want them eating my horses.
Wait, he's feeding horses. I got a mill, don't I?
I got pigs. I get pigs, horses, cows.
I'm looking for his crops, aren't I? Grind mill.
He's a rancher.
Yeah, animals.
Oh, I was under the impression he grew crops as well. Didn't you say the guy with 2
Nope.
kids?
Nope.
Ranchers, but ranchers.
He probably
ranchers
has
don't
some
grow
stuff,
crops.
but not a lot. If you want, he'll give you what he grows to grind, but he wants actually grind meal. He wants to purchase.
Ah. Oh, I
Feed.
see. Okay.
Feed.
Um,
So if you can supply grind material, and you give him some land that's local, so he don't have to transport it a long distance, he could see doing business with you as a purchaser to feed his livestock.
how many acres would you be looking for?
I wouldn't want to split the herd no less than into a fifth, no more than in half. So anywhere between 10 and 30 acres.
Someone will nod.
But it must be safe from those damn spiders.
Oh, of course, those shall be wiped out, or at least taken care of in some manner before too long.
Okay.
My utmost priority is ensuring my own people are safe. Someone will nod and say, I hear your offer. I'll consider it and see what I can do about those spiders before I get back to you on it.
Alright. And, okay. He does, and if you want to speak to, Fuckleface, Thrasric.
Which one's Thrasric?
Thrasric is the Barovia house. Thrasric
Okay.
is this fella.
Alright.
He does have farms.
Okay. Then I would likely, yes, go talk to him. The only issue with that one guy's offer is I only have, 100 square acres, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 10 to 30 is a pretty significant portion of my land.
Yep.
Mhm.
Especially if he's going to be working them and I'm not going to get the profits off it.
Right. Mostly business. Yep. So it's
Well, I own a ranch and a mill, so if I just get some... Hell, I can...
Yeah, you can expand and link things up. Okay. Okay. You talk to Thrasric then? Well, he the biggest problem with that is unless you're willing to undercut the other person.
How much
and
is the other
pay
person?
and pay for transport to and from, which is a longer distance. He really has no incentive to do so.
That's fair. I'm considering buying his grain wholesale and then bringing it to my place, milling it, and then feeding it at my ranch.
Okay.
Because I don't have any farms at the moment, and that might be a more effective option for the both of us.
Well, if you want to establish a dedicated long-term arrangement, or there's a guarantee of a set amount for so long, a long-term lease essentially, or contract, he'd be more open to negotiations that way.
Since I spent the last month sort of working purely on my barony, would I have a good idea of how much grain I would need to feed essentially the ranch I have?
The ranch you have,
Because
your
I have
ranch
one of my...
would require
It's a small one.
very little. It would require probably a couple copper a day.
Okay. And if I was to expand my ranch?
Well, it could go up to silvers or gold a day. I mean, if you doubled it, it would probably be 2 silver a day.
Okay.
Around.
All right, I'm still. I know I have the numbers in here, but I'm trying to figure out exactly how those translate over and how resources.
Right.
I know
We
you
have to work on a lot of that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but for the
Something that
most
might-
part, he is open to the idea, and he will let you know that that he's surprised you're going to keep it a grind mill.
Why's that?
Well, there's already a grind mill here. You're competing. Your business here is going to be hard to compete against. First off, if you want to expand business, you're probably better to focus on Muddy Hollow, where they don't have such utilities. But
This is a shithole.
but he assumed that you being a wizard and all, you'd probably try to convert it into a paper mill.
Damn, I need to hire this guy.
And if you want, you can do a diplomacy check while you're speaking to Thrasric.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd need to hire somebody to bind the pages together before you could use them, but yes.
Yeah.
You
But
can
still,
sell
like-
paper wholesale.
Diplomacy, yeah, duh. But if I wanted, and which I do,
Ooh,
wow,
nice.
not bad me. If I wanted, which I do, to possibly have a Lyceum outpost in my barony, which I'm going to try to vouch for, which I assume everyone else will try to vouch against.
No, not against, just for
That-
Imperial.
With that diplomacy roll, you learn that he is a baron. In fact, his great-grandfather was once the Margrave. His family was the original owners of this land when it was once called Barovia.
When they had to cross that out in big red X on the map and write
Yes.
city bound.
And that his sister is named Liuva.
Oh.
So they're not well, they might still be, it's backwards. But
Okay.
Ah, I see. Lady Luva. I was speaking with her earlier. She's a very pleasant lady.
He also gives you a different, completely off-the-wall idea. During a conversation with him as he's walking around, he seems a very easygoing, he seems kind of a nature-oriented fellow. Or at least somebody who's very home in the bush. Who doesn't like getting in the bush? But, he says, believe it or not, you actually have a hidden resource on your land.
Oh, do I?
Yes, very unique.
Ah, would it have something to do with an area of my expertise? And he'll sort of pat his back, his like, thorax.
Exactly. In fact, my people, my family, and long ago, such as go, Pagellan. Pugellan. I don't know. Pugellan. Pugellan. Is the name of a local delicacy. Spider meat. That the locals here out in the foothills used to eat that all the time until they've thinned out the numbers. And that if you cultivated that, or the poisons, or the eggs, you could have an limited but an exclusive ranch.
even the silk, that's quite
Exactly.
valuable in and of itself.
Yes.
How much do your people know of these spiders? Or so not your people. How much do you know of these spiders? What their how dangerous they are, their abilities, and
Oh, they're terribly dangerous. Actually, he says he hasn't been there in a while, but if they're the same as they once were, they're... Oh, fuck. I didn't even check what type of spiders they are. Hold on. I don't know. I'll have to check with that. He
Okay.
will tell you about them, though, because he would know.
Okay.
There are a bunch of these spiders that seem to flicker in and out of reality.
So,
What's that word? Phasing?
So now you
There's some
have
dogs around occasionally trying to
so
kill
you
them. I
got
don't
some
understand.
really great ideas, and in fact, yeah, you got some really great ideas.
Sollyn would also, we can talk this later when we figure out the spider thing, but
Yeah.
try and enlist his help, perhaps, or his knowledge at least, and who he knows who might have expertise on these spiders, and try and bring them to his town, etc.
Well, he will tell you that Lyrio and stuff, it would be a limited market because Lyrio and stuff, they kind of, not that they still don't do it, but it tend to be a very rural woodsman type delicacy in the old days.